What you want, what you want, what you gonna do? When Kerrion don't come for you, tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you work and you had bad grades, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody now giving no break. Police now giving no break. That old soldier man I give you no break. Not even your eye now give you no breaks. Well, hey, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Why did you have to act so mean? Don't you know you're a human being? Born of a mother with the love of a father. Reflection comes and reflection goes. I know sometimes you wanna let go. Hey, I know sometimes you wanna let go. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You're too bad. You're too rude. You're too bad. You're too rude. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys.
Light bulbs delivered in a day. Edison would be proud. Your everyday essentials.
What's going on, Conscious Crew? Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. It is your wonderful breakdown commentator, CTV, honey. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. I feel like it's my phone. I got feedback somewhere. I'm happy to have you guys in the building. You guys already know what we're here to do, girl. Episode 5, Season 1 of Bad Boys Los Angeles, a Zeus Network ratchet ass production. Okay. If you're new here, I need you to go ahead and thumbs up. You guys know that thumbing up helps with the algorithm, helps YouTube to recommend the channel, to recommend the platform, this is why we've been growing, girl. So shout out to the 32.8, girl. Okay, we were just at 32.7 on Sunday. Then we were at 32.8 on Monday. It's making it do what it do. So make sure that you thumbs up. If you don't do it in the beginning, in the middle, or the end, do it on your way out. For those of you who are catching a replay, make sure that you also thumbs up, doing a replay, please. Okay, I appreciate you. Also, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, because if I like it, you're absolutely going to motherfucking love it. Everybody needs to make sure that the notification bell is set to all, because you never know what day or hour that the king is going to be kinging. And if you want to take it a step further, please, if you don't mind, share. Okay, because sharing is absolute like caring, bitch. Okay, so with no further ado, let's get into tonight's review. Okay.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome. What is going on? Hi.
Hello.
Why you look tired, girl?
Girl,
Like
I'm getting off work.
tired and through.
I was at work.
Clearly worked your ass.
Like
Okay.
a motherfucker.
You look like what you've been through today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that Kuta Kinte spirit will just have you moving on. Happy to be here. Thank you for being here. You already know what we're going to do, honey. Before we get into minutia, tell the folk where they can find your ears.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the land of reckless logic. Please make sure you guys pop that like button, hit the subscribe button, and please smack the notification bell so do not miss any more posts from us. So with that being said, if you want to be able to contact me, my Instagram name is Strictly Reckless. But however, if you want to follow my YouTube channel, it's Reckless Logic, which is the name that you see on the screen. It has 2 C's because we are different.
Period. Knockout Media.
Hey, what's up, Knockout Media? You can follow me at Knockout KOM or knockoutmedia.com. Either one, you'll be able to catch up on updates and everything to do with Knockout.
Period. Are you going to be camming up today?
Oh yes. Just one second.
Okay. All right. Color people time, girl. Y'all know how CP do it, girl. Okay. Even when we late, we still late. Okay. What do y'all? Well, anyway, actually, y'all, I'm just gonna get straight into this episode. This episode was like weird. This was a very strange episode to me. It kind of almost a little bit felt like a filler episode.
Mm-hmm.
They like wasted a lot of time on nothing really. But to rub a tom, let's just get into the opening scene. What did you think about Milan's prosthetic penis that he was going to bless the bottoms and the versatiles in the house with, girl? Apparently, 9 inches of toxic homosexuality he packed into a box, girl. Would you have been interested in a Milan Christopher dildo situation? He said he got all the pains and hardness.
I'm not interested.
Rubber imitates life.
Dildos are not my thing, so no. Me personally, the first thing I thought about, I was like, "Oh, yes, come on, yes, ma'am." I said, "You better promote your business." I know that's right, but no, dildo not my thing personally. Now, if it vibrates, possibly, but however, to my knowledge, that bad boy was stiff, and it wasn't moving, and it wasn't attached to a real person. So no, it wasn't my thing.
Well, what do you think the difference is between using a dildo and just using your right hand to satisfy the part in your middle man?
I don't know, honestly, but I know for a fact, I don't know, when it comes down to the anal play and stuff, dildo doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. But if you get a vibrator and it vibrates on its own, okay. I think the thing is when you get one, or just me personally, when you get one and it does like the own rhythm.
Oh,
Now that's
like the rabbit, honey.
Uh-huh. I feel bad.
All up in the gut, honey. Garage, that thing be on the go, baby.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, bitch, you get one and the shit goes like to your speaker, and every time the bass go, that shit yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
oh yeah, because they got them now with the speakerphone, Bluetooth capability, baby. You can have a conversation with your mama, make a old nasty piece of doctor's appointment, honey, right from your guts.
I know that's right, bitch. The cat just explode, bitch. I'm here for it.
Periana to the period. Knockout Media, what did you think about Milan's prosthetic penis? I do want to say shout out to the entrepreneurship. I can't hate on anybody out here getting their coin, honey. I mean, sex sells, literally sell, you know. So shout out to you, Milan, for your own starter business. He says that his brand is up there with Candy Burris's sex toy line, honey. And you know she got all type of molds of her areolas and titties and shit sitting on the shelf, girl. You know, she got them clappers frozen, girl, for the lonely men in the world, honey, who need a piece of a black woman at night after a long day of work. So, you know, now that I think about it, I might go get a molding of my pussy and sell it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so everybody can have a little piece of CTV. In their home. What you think about that, Knockout? Would you ever go into a prosthetic penis business?
No, not me. I mean, I guess if it was requested, but like I wouldn't immediately think of like, let me go get a mold made and sell it. Now like I guess he said that he's been making numbers off of it. That's how he makes most of his money. So shit, it must be something in it, you know.
I think the thing is that he has sex appeal for some people. He's considered attractive, so that really does sells it. Especially since he dressed in a particular way where he's always showing his body, and then on top, and then on top of that, I guess it depends upon the people that make the damn dildos and fleshlights.
His chain was not 67,000. That chain is like from GLD, all of $200, and then maybe the pendant. Like, there's
I think that the original value of the chain might have been $67,000, but once you apply a Groupon and a discount code, and you get it from out of the pawn shop, you probably paid a good $6,700 for that situation. You know, once you apply the Groupon and the discount code out of the pawn shop that it was sold in, then yes, you know, original value probably was $67,000. Do you believe that chain was $67,000 knockout?
Ain't no way.
Hell no.
Ain't
you
no
reckless? 67,000.
I don't know anything about jewelry, so
okay.
wait. I'm gonna take y'all word for it because apparently y'all know more than I do. So I'm gonna say no only because y'all really clown it. I don't know.
Let's put it in context. So, like say like a real Rolex, right? Pre-owned Rolex would be $8,000, maybe 10, depending on what it is. Plain Jane. We're talking about plain Rolex. That's used, like old Rolex. New, like you go get a new Daytona or a new presidential or something like that, you're gonna run you 50, 60 bands. But the thing about it is once you start adding diamonds and everything, it depreciates the value of the watch. So at that point, who knows what it's worth, because who knows if these diamonds are real, like what you're getting them for. I mean, most of the time, like if you're really gonna sit there and try to ice out a chain like that, like that's Uber diamonds or Uber zinc cut, not VVS. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not it. And the whole thing about the chain is like you can take a look at it and tell that it's not real. You know what I mean? Like it's like a plate. You know,
I don't know about no jewelry, so girl, these are his statements, not mine, Milan.
yeah, I mean, look, like I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying, you know, sheesh.
I just want to know, how do you have on a Amazon Big T but a $67,000 chain?
And then look at the small Louis satchel. I mean, don't get me wrong, it could still cost a little bit of money, but like it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't even match. And this is another thing. When people wear jewelry, I don't know if it's just like an old school like 90s thing, but I thought you don't wear gold and like white gold or gold and silver together. Like you either wear gold, like all gold, or you wear all silver. Like you don't.
The key is thirstiness back out. When you thirsty, silver and gold on display. Shout out to Kirk Franklin, Kerrion Franklin. Shout out. Yeah, silver and gold is the way to get thirsty, baby. Okay, maybe 67,000 Cuban zirconian implants. Yes, damn sure not diamonds. Now I do want to say, I be loving the way that Anthony is dressed. I think Anthony has a really nice style. Like I love this type of like this crop denim jacket. Like I was like, bro.
Okay, so this is my question. They're both.
This is my summer look right here.
Okay, Milan is like 240 pounds. And then Anthony he looks like he's about just as big as, probably bigger than
he's
Milan.
Thick. He's thick.
Wait, 240 pounds. Who?
That's what
240
Milan
pounds?
said.
Milan said that he's 240 pounds.
Yeah,
I can believe that because it's muscle. And he is bulk. He is bulk. Like he's wide. He's widescreen. So yeah, he's probably 240.
No, because the reason I say it because people say he's extremely short, like extremely short. So it could be true because he is muscle. Muscle does weigh heavier than fat. So
yeah, and then when you're short, you're like stocky like that. You know what I mean? Like if he was taller, like if he was like 6 foot something, then he wouldn't be as like.
He'd have more like a swimmer's bill if he had the height.
Yeah, he's more stocky. So it's like Anthony looks about the same, just not. He just doesn't work out.
He just don't got the muscles. Yeah,
and it's just for me. It's like I guess he could. Like the outfits that he wears, I see him pulling off if he was like your size, Conscious, or like if he was smaller, but it's like he's a big dude, so it's just like I got an old nasty versatile shape on me, you know. I'm built like a woman and a man. God just built, Jesus built this like this, you know. It ain't what it is. But yeah, how y'all? I like Anthony, but we're gonna talk a little bit more about him because something starts to pop out. So Milan gathers to before we move on to the next scene, Knockout, would you have been interested in some of the free discounted Walmart cringe wrap pocket pussies that Milan also was offering to the men's in the house, the straight men's in the house? I mean, in my experience, like the pocket pussy sounds cool. It's a good idea, but I mean, it never gets like utilized. I don't think. You know, I feel like I don't know. I feel like for most men, like your hand is probably the most close you're probably gonna get to. I'm gonna stop talking.
I have a question. Have you used a pocket pussy before?
Oh, of course.
Oh, okay.
I have a Latino one in my closet.
Not to get a Latino one. What's her name, Maria?
Yeah, it's like all tan color with tan lines on it and shit.
There's the piece of Selena pocket pussy. Selena Hernandez, honey, you had a nasty piece of Selena. Look, I heard that the pocket pussy's done evolve along with the vibrators. I heard that the pussy can fart now. It can make them fart sounds. I heard that you can put that motherfucker in the oven, honey, and put a little 80-degree heat on her, honey. You know, you get a nasty piece of synthetic pubes on that thing, honey. Have you thinking that you fucking a whole man woman, honey, in that bedroom?
Hey, no. Okay. You know they have the they'll just have like the torso with titties and like nothing.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, and it's like, or they'll just have like the ass that's just like tooted up.
No, they over in Asia, they got the whole sex
Person.
doll. I'm talking about the titty can produce milk. It could cream. It could grip. I'm talking about they got the dick.
Ooh, it can grip. It said it can grip.
They got look. They saying that the sex toy gonna replace human interaction. People ain't gonna even want like this thing gonna ruin even the idea of even being married and dating, honey. Why you got to date and get married when you got perfect artificial intelligence at home?
Look at Touch Noir. Does it skeet too?
Yeah, they got this. The male sex dolls can actually shoot your club up.
Mm-hmm. Well, not really, Conscious. Wait,
they can ooze. It's an option for the oozing, or you can put the option on for the, or you can put an option on for the ski.
But Conscious,
they can do it all.
Wait, so I have a question. What's the purpose of trying to shoot the club up if they have us already?
What you mean us? What you mean us?
Us already, because we don't get pregnant.
Oops. We talking about for the heterosexual shit.
I know, me too.
Oh, look at this. Oh, hey, look. Okay, look. I'm not gonna lie. So, at work, right? There's somebody so bad. I want to bring him on the platform because I feel like he would like just gel with y'all. Like, but I don't think he has a YouTube channel. But I'm trying to convince him.
Ain't gotta have no here. Everybody else who hit the link ain't got no damn YouTube channel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can bring them on. Like we with it. We with it.
I'm gonna try to get
the
on.
Platform. So the scene continues to roll out, honey. Milan tells the girls that he got an old nasty piece of Sean P. Diddy Combs waiting for them across town, honey. They're about to go in and produce this Bad Boys track. Gutter over here looking like Brenda done had a damn baby, honey. Justin Bieber look shook and scared as always. Like, what the hell does Justin Bieber got on?
Right, right.
Did he just wake up out of bed and just go in his sleepwear?
He be looking so scared. Like he looks so
always
timid.
looks frail. I be scared. I be having anxiety watching him. Like he gives me social anxiety, and I don't even have social anxiety.
Well, why was he so? Okay, do you think they asked if everybody wanted to do the song? Because it only seemed like Milan was the one like super excited about it. Gutta was cool with it, and then Kurt and Ula were cool, but then it was like, you know, I didn't seem like everybody was like in agreement with making the song.
I think
Darrell was not with American Idol auditions. He knew
exactly.
This was not The Voice, honey. This is like he ain't want to do shit. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't even think we saw everybody in the studio but Justin Bieber and Darrell. So did Justin Bieber even have
and Anthony?
Oh, Anthony.
Yeah, we didn't see Anthony either. So I wonder what if they just cut them girls' scenes out, or if what?
Okay, so with Anthony, Anthony didn't get a chance to do his verse because he did do it, but he didn't get a chance to do it because the engineer.
Wait. We're not even there. We gotta get there yet.
Look, I know that, but when we get there, then I'm gonna really dig into because I can't wait till we get to that part.
I know, but even this part to me stood out because Milan. Okay, this whole episode like really stood out to me because Milan is really trying hard to be like the leader of the house.
HBIC Alpha.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, well, I'm running everything and like I have all the plans and all this. And then Anthony, I think this is where they were talking about the fashion show, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is when they had discussed about the fashion show. And I think Anthony had said that he was low-key salty that
we're gonna hold on. No, we're gonna get to that.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
like we're gonna get to that because that's actually in the next scene.
Okay, all right.
Am I the only one who? Because I know that Gutta, like a lot of conscious crew members love. I love Gutta as well. Like Gutta is hands down one of my favorite. You know, it's been said that Kerrion is the star. What I find fascinating about Bad Boys is that it literally takes all of them though. Like they're all bring except for the Olsen twins, but the rest of them bring like
something.
They like I feel like they're all equal in stardom, and they all are so unique in their personalities. That's also with the exception of Papoose and Lil Bow Wow. The show could do without them as well. But like the rest of these guys, and I'm teetering on Anthony, but we'll get to that. But Gutta got it. Gutta got it. They need to give Gutter like a love show, like a Flavor Flav. Let's put some clocks around some niggas' necks. Like I would love to see him on a dating experience, like just getting his whole life, especially since he revealed that he's so single and coming off a heartbreak. I think a love show would be entertaining and just fabulous for Gutter. But I like Gutter can pull it off. Like who else can pull up with country ass Daisy Duke? Like and he's how you feel about the aesthetic knockout? Is Gutter pulling it off or not?
I thought he had the most unique outfit on because Gutter like okay, I'm not gonna lie, he's very charismatic. I think that's why people like him is because he has a lot of personality. Same thing with
he's authentic.
Yeah, and I feel that is the same with like even Kurt, because Kurt, I was trying to figure out like why the fuck is Kurt on the show, and then I was like, I guess when he does talk, he kind of gives like this kind of like just like a good vibe, you know what I mean? Like he's not really like a confrontational person. He's kind of like a real good vibesy type of person until I guess something happens or whatever. But Gutter for me is like the balance between like the cool person and the like snappy, like everybody knows will go off in a heartbeat, but like will be completely like, oh shit, when it does happen. So my whole thing is the aesthetic to me, I think would be more like it would fit more if maybe he has some longer pants on, like some like, and I mean like even like how Kanye wears them leather pants that are pretty tight.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about leather, like all leather, and they're tight, but like bell bottoms at the bottom.
Come on, bell bottoms.
That would have been harder than the Daisy Dukes, but I mean, he is from Atlanta.
I don't know if he was gonna wear some pleather bell bottoms in 110-degree California heat.
It's supposed to be perfect in LA all the time. It's supposed to be 75 and like sunny and perfect. But then again, yeah, true it is sunny outside. So
he wanted to see them clappers.
Well, yeah, that was the other thing. I was like, I guess they were kind of cut, the way like.
Would you
Daisy Dukes
be able to go out in public with Gutter dressed like this? Like, would you go have coffee with him at the local Starbucks dressed like this?
With a group of people? Or just me and him?
Just you and him. This is your homeboy, and this is his aesthetic for the day.
Ooh.
Y'all done made plans. He done came over in his Uber to pick you up in the Sprinter, and he show up like this.
What about this? Why can't we go to Neiman? You can get like some sweat bottoms or something like that, some joggers. He's gonna get you some like Fendi joggers to go along with the turtle.
He's gonna have to compromise a little bit. He got to compromise on the aesthetic a little bit.
I have to try to persuade him into some longer clothing. Okay. I mean, the turtleneck is cool, the crop top turtleneck, but then it's like, well, if you're gonna, I don't know.
Well, actually, I don't see nothing wrong with it, only because excuse my language, but them white hoes be doing it all the time. We don't say nothing. Yes, because they have lack of ass, and yes, they are a female or woman. But however, if the car can go forward, it can go backwards. So he's all good in my eyes.
Would you feel? Is this a threat for your safety in the hood? Knockout.
Yeah.
Would the hood niggas be prepared for you to walk through any of the hood communities of Texas dressed like this? Would you have to be strapped up? You have to be strapped up, walk around with this nigga.
When you say Texas, no, like not down here. Like that's not gonna fly. Gotta put on some joggers, bro. Like we're gonna go get some joggers right now. Is what's gonna happen. But
because this is a national security issue, okay?
Yeah.
Nigga, our lives are on the line. What you looking like?
But that's my thing is Gutta would be walking through the hood and give the same energy back though. Is a crazy
he hood
like this.
He with it, yeah.
And the thing is like they would like probably be like at like a standoff kind of, because it's like this nigga's crazy. But like they know he's fucking like they know for sure, like looking at him, they're gonna be like, oh well, like he already doesn't care enough to like be wearing whatever he wants, you know what I mean? So like this nigga's gonna fuck me up if like we do get into it. So I think there's kind of like this thing of like it would be more like it would all have to be subliminal, like a laughing under their breath type of thing. And as soon as Gutta like would probably hear it and turn around and say something, it would be like diffusion type of thing. I don't think it would lead to like a because I don't know, just Gutta to me just looks like he's on go. So he doesn't look like a frilly like gay dude. Like he looks like he probably for real.
That's a gag though. He's a sweetheart. He's very fun, extroverted, ready to turn up, party. Like he's so that. But to your point, he is all the way with the guttiness of it all too. Like if we got to Jerry Springer the place, we going Jerry Springer the place.
And where do you say he's from? I know he said he was staying in Atlanta, but like
I don't know where he's from. Do you know where Gutta from?
I forgot.
But I mean, the fact that he's living in Atlanta kind of like says a lot in itself. I mean, like I understand like the homosexual community is present there, but I understand Atlanta is also very ratchet
and very homophobic.
And that's crazy because of the you know,
but it's very homophobic because there's such a huge there's a huge LGBT community, so it's polarizing also for a lot of toxic niggas.
Now, let's not get it confused. There are a lot of guys in the hood wearing shorts not too much like longer than those. I mean, calling it fashion.
The white boys be in these skimpy little tidy whities all the time, pooching around in their loafers and they coochie cutters.
Some guys will be walking around. You can see their compression shorts are longer than their actual shorts. And I'm like,
he's from Michigan.
Oh, he is from Flint.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Flint, Michigan is not a place to be playing around. But
Gutta came to play, so that's the problem. Because a Gutta playing, honey, life is a beach. He just playing in the sand. See, the first thing I knew I had to do when I became a free melanated, two-spirited queer person is I had to go get my license to carry, because being free can cost you. So, first thing I decided to do when I was going to be free is go get my gun. Now that I got my license and I carry it, I be toting out the house in them Daisy Dukes too, just fine. Because I'm licensed, baby, and I'm carrying clappers and glocks and clappers, baby.
Or the Glock has to get the clapping.
Period. So the scene that Knockout was hinting to, they're in the spreader now, going back and forth, honey, and you was about to make some comments, Knockout, about how Christopher Milan,
Crystal Ball,
spilled the beans about the fashion show, and I guess Miss Anthony was looking to finally have an opportunity to be the boss, and Milan stole it from him. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so
about the way that Anthony is starting to feel.
I believe that from the beginning, there was always a sense of wait, what the fuck? Sorry, I'm looking at the damn comments.
Focus.
I'm sorry. Okay, so my whole thing with Anthony is that I felt Anthony from the beginning, like the whole reason they fought over the room and all that, even though, that we said like it was staged or whatever. I think that Anthony was like wanting the master bedroom because he's like the biggest narcissist in the house, low key. Like he wants to be like the leader. He wants to be the I get to tell everybody what to do type of thing or whatever. I don't know who that would like equate to on the Bad Girls Club. Maybe Natalie.
Natalie, not.
Yeah, I guess it would be Natalie. So then it was like, I guess he was trying to be like the Natalie of the house. It's like a battle between him and Milan as to who's gonna be the queen of the house, I guess, or in Milan's case, the king. I don't know, but
do you think that it's narcissism, or that it could also be that Milan is like going so out of his way to take up so much space that it forces like everybody else to seek their share of the pie and attention? Because when you got somebody who's just like hogging all of the fucking space and trying to hog like the control, and it kind of like might put you in a position to have to, like you gotta like to get up in there. You gotta be a little bit aggressive, which to your point can definitely translate as also another attention-seeking person. But then again, I like how comfortable Darrell and Gutta are. Like, they just are. They ain't even worried about Milan taking up no space because they doing them. They clear about their own star power, and they ain't worried about Milan's thirsty ass. So Anthony might be. You may have a point. He might be on the narcissist. He might be a little on the attention-seeking side too. But see, he's just not as brave of heart, and he ain't willing to fight for the throne. So Milan is just easily outweighing him.
Right.
He got the same desire to occupy the throne, but he don't got the aggression that Milan got to actually take it. So he ends up taking a passive approach. Because I didn't like the way that he like let Milan eat him up, even in that prosthetic dildo conversation where he was like, "This one make more money than you," and he was like, "Period." I'm like, "What do you mean, period?"
You're right.
Like, you about to shave my motherfucking wallet hole because you selling these random ass dildos to lonely assholes throughout the United States, girl. I own clubs, bitch. I'm social media glamour, bitch. Like, I got my own business, girl. Like you selling dick and I'm selling Moscato, bitch. Like, we're not the same, girl.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to like a club owner to be bragging about, like a $67,000, like, that's really not, like, to him, that's not a lot of money, because like I would think as a club owner you see that type of money. But
so I feel like two things. I feel like one, I feel like he kind of knows how Milan is. So like I kind of feel like it's one of them situations as in, girl, I know how you are, that's why I'm not gonna pay it no mind. But I think when he just kept seeing it over and over, he was like, girl, this bitch here. But also as well, because I didn't really notice what Knockout said until he just mentioned it. Also as well, I think the thing is that, I feel like for some of us, we didn't really pay attention to Anthony because we were so distracted by Milan. Right. But now that you mention it, Anthony is the one that be like trying to, say the certain things as well as Milan, but Milan just about takes the crown in a sense.
He got the aggression.
It's like an aggressive. I want to be
like he's gonna make sure he got it. He ain't gonna. Yeah.
And it's like similar to.
So it could be a combination of the two.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay. So like it's similar to like I remember in basketball when I used to play basketball, the like point guard would be the like, quote unquote leader of the team. So that's what everybody would like want to be, the point guard or whatever. But it's like the person that was the point guard would always have to kind of like assert himself in a way, and I'm not saying that Milan is the leader of the house, but I guess when it comes to like calling shots and really trying to be active as in like getting everybody involved in everything, I see Milan trying to like actually do that, whereas Anthony is more so.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say from what it looks like, I would say that is the case. But I think another thing that I feel like he has over the other guys is that he has been on reality TV before, so he kind of knows what to do to control the environment, control what production, and he also knows what to do just to make sure that he has camera time. So I think him having prior experience on reality TV, he knows what to do, what not to do. He already knows, okay, we need to come up with a song. Okay, so with that being said, I already got to connect, which means that y'all already gonna have my connect. I'm make sure I'm in the scene, but I think it's also him just having prior knowledge as well. So he's kind of just using to his advantage.
Yeah, I mean that could be true too. That could be very true.
Yeah. I think that the producers might actually be kind of unknowingly putting Milan in this position because they're relying on his prior experience in reality TV. So they're kind of like disclosing things and kind of giving him information to let him direct the guys and direct the incentive, etc. So it's very interesting. What I also found funny about this goddamn scene was how they had the Pope goddamn bounty hunter, baby. He was popping his goddamn vitamins and diabetes pills and shit, girl. So switching down Aquafina and everything. I'm like, y'all just gonna put us all up in this man's medicine like this, girl? Just all up in his mouth like this, girl?
Oh my gosh.
All up in his prescription pills like this, girl? He right here just swallowing down his elderly pills.
Oh my gosh. And
it just got us just zoned in, girl. He in this frame, he's really popping a pill. I don't know whether this is Xanax or aspirin because he's getting ready for these hoes to give him a motherfucking headache. or what she is, but I was hollering. Now we get to the studio, and let me tell you, girl, it was a vibe. It was a vibe. Like I rewinded Gutta's part so many times when they was in the groove with the first beat, which I feel like was a better instrumental than the beat they settled on. Like
Conscious, please.
I like the second one.
All of the beats were better than the bullshit that they picked. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That goddamn beat sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's why the producer, other than it being like a scripted thing, because I'm pretty sure that was all for the show, like the producer leaving or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I feel
like I would have left because I've been like, y'all seriously picked this beat? Like, this is my worst beat, and y'all picked that shit.
I actually like the second one. I don't know. Like I like the second one. The first one,
it's the one they end up choosing. Bad
no. The third one they end up choosing. I didn't really. I was for one.
Okay, I don't know the chronological one, but I know the one that Milan and Gutta was rapping to. That shit was
the one that's in the intro, like the main theme song, right?
No, not that.
Oh
no, this one, like in this scene right here, is when they were playing.
Oh, this is like
before the main track.
Right, yeah. Okay, yeah. So you like that one better?
And Gutta was like, like, and him and Milan was like, it put it that shit. Like, I was like, that is the situation. That's the situation. Even Curtis Toxic ass had to give it up to Gutta ass. Look at him. He had to give it up. He had to put some respect on the nigga name. He had to put some respect on that name, baby. Gutta was ripping.
Well, actually, the thing I do like, I will say I enjoyed Curtis more in this particular episode compared to others.
Right.
Because girl, I saw a different aspect to him.
That's what
I felt like it was. I felt like it was a little bit more genuine than the other stuff he was trying to pull. But also as well, I have noticed that him and Gutta have been showing a lot of love on Instagram, and they actually did a song together. I believe.
Now, see,
I really have
Reckless and Conscious. This is like Kurt. Me and Kurt would be cool. I feel like I did like everybody in the house. I would probably vibe with Kurt more because he's not like Mula in the way of being a homophobe and like absolutely like I can't function around gay people. I can't be around gay people. It's like he seems like a real cool, like genuine guy. That's what I was trying to say. But
and that also goes to what we were saying earlier, talking about the reason why he's acting like that is because Moolah, Gatekeeper is there. But now that when you kind of see, I guess Gatekeeper's he's kind of coming to grips with the environment that he's in, because I will say he's a little bit more calm this episode. Right. But however, you can kind of see he's coming to grips, which means he's not tripping as much, at least on camera. So you can kind of see Curtis. I'm gonna use his real name now. Curtis is actually starting to vibe and actually, it's starting to become more genuine.
But see, when they had like dapped up at the beginning, you know how like Milan was calling everybody down, then they all greet each other. I was really surprised by that because I was like, I'm surprised Milan is even, or not. I'm sorry, Milan. Moolah would even get like that close. I would be surprised he's not like, oh, let's just keep it at a distance. You know what I'm saying? Like he actually, like dapped him up and like. No, he enjoys them every time that they pretend to be straight. Long as they doing anything masculine, he can co-sign it. So dapping up, he can deal. Anytime they acting like men, he comfortable. But you know what? Though? I think I'm gonna give Moolah Moolah is just weird as a diagnosis. In some ways, he is like very post-traumatic stress when it comes to homosexuality, but I wanna give him that, like, but on the other end, it seemed like he can be cool long as you don't let the wind blow your clappers in his direction in the bowling alley like it did for Lady Gaga. Long as a gust of wind don't blow your ass in his direction, he can be fine as long as it don't feel intrusive. But because he also completely berated a pansexual man on the show who is masculine presenting, and he was shook and felt entitled to this man's disclosure. I don't know, like it's like it's mixed homophobia. Like he's like a
he's a mixed bag of nuts. I don't know. It's very weird. But you
Yes,
know,
mixed with no M&Ms. I live
now
for
that
it.
you guys say that, I'm actually very. One of the things I enjoyed about this episode is that Moolah was barely like the running thing. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
he's such a break from these niggas.
Actually, because one thing I do want to bring up that I noticed, but I don't know what your next screen is going to show, so I'm going to hold off on it, and then I'm just going to.
Okay. Well, let's go
I'm
on
gonna
to
wait.
that next screen. Is you mad boy, bitch?
Okay. So that's good then. I believe this is when because Milan don't have his chain no more. When Darrell or Milan's
We're gonna get
chain.
to it all, knockout. We're gonna get to it.
Do you have the screen? Do you have that?
So now the reason why that was a good thing when it came down to Darrell asking for Milan's chain is that when Darrell sat in front of Milan, Moolah was actually looking, but he didn't freak out. He didn't do all the extra. It was like, okay, you can see he's starting to get somewhat adjusted to the environment and realize that
Who Moolah?
Moolah, yes. Like he's starting to get somewhat adjusted because when Darrell actually set that ass right on in front of Milan, it was like, ooh. Like Moolah didn't freak out, like he wasn't doing all that, and plus, and even when they was like talking crazy on the bus, he just kind of just went on his business. If you paid attention, it was actually Curtis talking. I don't know what you guys are talking about, knowing damn well what the hell they talking about. So you know, it's starting to go. It's starting to come together.
Yeah, he getting adjusted, adapted. You know, doesn't happen all at once, especially when you're not used to being around certain types of people, and you're not used to hearing certain things, and you're just not used to certain realities, honey. It's like a little polarizing and jarring. And like Moolah said in the beginning, this was not pitched to any of them as a gay show, so they didn't even know what to expect. They kind of just got thrown into the situation without a lot of heads up, so they had to deal with a lot of things as they just played out. They didn't have no time to understand what it was going to be like.
Because it just hit me. Like once again, come on, back to me. It just hit me. Now, keep in mind, we're giving him this for right now, but let's also keep in mind, not too long ago, he was doubling down back in his homophobic rants and all the different types of other things. So yeah, he probably doing good while he's on the show, but however, when he went back as in like, you know, I went to rehab. Everything worked out. I'm okay. I'm cured. But however, when I went back home, I went back to my old stuff. So
I relapsed.
You know, for right now, we're gonna give him that for right now.
Well, I think that I'm not even discouraged by that. That tends to happen because the reality is the most of the world he goes back to is ran by the dominant society. So it's easy for people who might be considering changing their mind and readjusting to kind of revert back to a curly state. Like that straight shit ain't the natural texture of the hair. It's that curliness, that homophobia is the natural state. And so when you go back into a world where nobody is kind of like holding you accountable and everybody feels the same way that you used to feel, then it's easy to fall back into old habits, unfortunately. And I hate it for straight people because changing your mind is a journey. Some people can do it all at once. Some people, you know, they change over time. And it does take time to unlearn this stuff because it took time to become this way. It took time to feel superior to a minority group. It took being reintroduced and indoctrinated again and 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 again to program you to be on the offense or the defense when it comes to LGBT people. So I think that there has to be a little bit of grace from us as a community when it comes to straight people trying to undo their privilege and reconcile some things, because we're dealing with psychology and worldviews now that are also reinforced by religion, which has a very powerful impact in terms of like fossilizing certain ideals into your psyche. So
I agree.
Throwing all of that shit up, you know, it's not an easy thing. Just like for me, self-love as a queer person was something I had to learn, and it took time because that wasn't reinforced. Those affirmations weren't there. That was a journey for me personally. So I try to empathize with straight people to a degree, as long as they're trying. Like, long as there's some effort being made, I try to just work with it, because I know that, you know, healing is a
process.
Yeah,
I agree.
Now, I do want to say that I want to give Milan his props, because he ate his verse 8.
He did.
The nigga ate. So shout out
to
I'll give him the confidence for sure. But to me, this is why I would never like rap. Well, not seriously. I wouldn't seriously call myself like a rapper unless I was like like bars. Like I can come up with, you know, like good bars that, you know, people would be like, damn.
Not good bars.
Not just, you know, oh yeah, I can rap.
Wait, but there are different types of rappers. That's like true. Not everybody has to be extremely bar heavy. Yeah. Because the thing about it, yes, we understand. Yes, different styles of rap. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into that, because next you know we're going to sit up here talking about rap, and next you know you already know how that rabbit hole is going to go. But however, I did like his verse, and I loved when he switched his flow. Like, now that what got me, because I was like, okay, bad boys, and then but then he started switching the flow.
But the thing is like when he was like, yeah, pull up and you'll get vaporized, and it's like, come on.
Well, keep in mind, yeah. Trust me, I done heard worse, but however, they're big stars. So,
but I'm just saying, like, rap about what is. Like, rap about the prosthetic dicks. Don't rap about, you know,
on a bad voice track.
Don't rap about you.
But
you
also,
wait,
but also keep in mind. Let's also keep in mind the context of the songs. Bad boys. I'm bad boys. I'm over selling goddamn dildos, fleshlights. That's a bitch. I'm a bad boy. I'm over selling dildo, fleshlights, bitch. I got bad all these. I don't know, bag of toys. I don't fucking know, bitch. But what kind of sense is that?
Gunna was rapping out. He was rapping about being a bad bitch on the track.
I mean, that's what I would. Can we talk about? I don't know if you have the screenshot next, but
we let travel then. Like, we gonna travel because it's probably gonna come up. Like, I try to because I set it up in chronological order. So
I mean,
as y'all see, like the screenshots connected to the scenes, then
y'all
can speak to anything around and about and going on in that situation for sure.
So look, this is what I was thinking about was, okay, since they had left the house, Mula was like, okay, I gotta go hard, right? He was like, I have to show out on this track. He's like, it's a competition, you know what I mean? All this stuff, right?
Well, yeah.
And you know, Milan was like, okay, I have to show out since I'm the first one, you know, I have to set the tone pretty much. Now, my thing is like I guess Milan claims to be a recording artist, but Milan is a radio show host, right? Like, he's not like
I don't know what he is.
No, Milan. Well, to my knowledge, Milan is just an influencer, reality star, and like, you know, like kind of around that world. I never heard of him being a radio host, because keep in mind, I'll be on Bigo. He's like really big on Bigo, so I don't get like radio station person, but reality star, yeah.
Okay, well, see, like that's the thing is like most people that I see that gain influence nowadays, like even these like bigger YouTubers, you know, that have influence, they immediately go to like making songs or recording in some type of way, and I'm like, why is it always music that they go to, you know? But I guess
it's the same way too, like on Love and Hip Hop too, like people who ain't never kind of did music just all of a sudden want to start recording. I guess it's just a thing.
And Milan, I think, is trying to like really trying to fit the like Cali, LA lifestyle.
I think that so like in entertainment, there's a career in terms of being a personality, like being a professional personality. And I think that for people who are looking to make a career out of being an online or TV personality, which is equivalent to being an entertainer, that usually you'll find that those people spread their creativity across the spectrum. They dilly dab in writing, acting, modeling, music, anything that's kind of creative that allows for any kind of creative expression, they typically are dabbling in.
Well,
So
and also keep in mind too, since them being a reality personality is like a career for them, they always have to keep something going on. So you always have a storyline, you always have something going on because your life depends. Your check depends on your life
So
at this
music would be
what's going
easier to
on.
keep
So,
going.
and also with music too, like let's just call a spade a spade. Music is very powerful. So and keep in mind too, yes, some people I do agree be like music, you be like, girl, I don't know what the hell you did all the music. But also as well, some people don't even know. Back in the day, I used to be deep in the church singing, but however, you know, some people it's their upbringing. A lot of us grew up in the church, so a lot of times too. And keep in mind our ancestry. A lot of us come from we're Indians, we're Native Americans, we're African, we're music and being shamans and stuff. That it connects to us a little bit different. So I think it's tad bit more deeper, but however, I'm not trying to go down the rabbit hole.
Most Black people, to that point, are music lovers. Like I really don't know one person, one melanated person who's not a music
heavy, right?
Yeah, who's not music heavy. So doing the music, I don't think is that far off from loving music and being like an admirer of music.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like I've played the guitar before. I know how to play guitar, right? And when I started off, like the first couple of years, I sucked. Absolutely sucked. Like I'm talking about like turn your amp off, suck. But like after I don't know what it was, but like just after a while, it's like, you know, started sounding better,
right,
and
because
then,
practice makes perfect.
Yeah. So like, but to me, I think rap, just anything with vocals, period, even singing is like it's a very hard thing to master. You know what I mean? So the people that do well at it are like, you know, it's like, oh my God. So the bar is really high. Like, okay, Coi Leroy or whatever. People diss the hell out of her, but she doesn't care. She'll go on confidently at Coachella and make her 70 bands and you know, sing the shit out of her songs, rap the shit out of her songs, no matter what, you know. But most people be like, oh, she doesn't have the voice, or she's not like, you know, this persona, da 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 da. So I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, make a critique like that because I'm not a good rapper. I'm not gonna get up here and try to rap in front of my microphone, but
you know, it's a subjective thing.
Yeah, it's a very subjective thing.
It's really all about like, just can you arrange whatever you're working with? Like, can you make it appeal to an audience really? Like, so that's why you find all these different types of everybody in the same space. If you can just make whatever you do work for you, because Iggy Azalea said the same thing. Like she was horrible. Like they booed her back in Australia and shit. Like when she would do like the little karaoke and little contests and shit, and then look at her, the bitch ended up sticking with it despite sounding goofy and had one of the most breakthrough singles, Fancy, you know, like I mean, it was.
What about Little Mama?
Little
Mama had some fire, but
Little Mama is actually talented as a rapper.
I think so. Yeah,
we don't care about Little Mama; she homophobic. But anyway, look, wait, but okay. So I will say this: everybody starts somewhere. Like some people may start on level 1, some people may just naturally be gifted, may start on level 10, and then build upon that. But however, like Conscious said, as long as you work on your craft and you're passionate about it, or something that you really want to do, trust me, when the mind goes, the body's gonna follow. If you really want it, you're gonna get it. Well, at least strive to get it.
I think that's why people
Trinidadian and Princess that Milan apparently comes from a musical family. I don't know a lot about his background, so
me neither.
See, that's the thing. A lot of these guys, I'm just now really like getting acclimated to. Like even Durrell with the where the money resides. Like I never seen that video. Or if I did, it was like in passing. If it was like one of them viral videos.
Before we move on to the next scene, because I don't want it to take all night giving a review. But A. Dallas 510 said, "Screw Grace. They need to educate themselves on their own time." It's giving Sharon Osbourne. I'm always, those type of comments are always fascinating to me. What do y'all think about this idea that ignorant people should educate themselves? Like, I'm like, where the fuck do you think people who don't know shit are going to go?
How can you
educate themselves other than just having the direct experience of the people who they're ignorant about? Like, why would what like I don't even know like what them type of statements mean. Like where, like is there some like headquarters for recovering racists or recovering homophobes? Like There's for them to go educate themselves, other than for them to just be willing to relationship to the group that they having issue with.
Well, I will say I do agree, as in like I understand we have people with like within every group that may be aware of certain things. Like we have white people that are aware of those of their privilege, but however, it took black people to let white people know about their privilege so the other white people can be more woke and be aware of those privileges. Now, I understand when it comes down to teaching people, it's an agony. It's frustrating. It make you want to go upside a bitch head or two. But however, it is necessary. Now, however, if that's not your calling, that's not your calling. All right, but however, it's still necessary, because let's be quite honest. If black people weren't out here talking about what's wrong, what's right, you're putting us in chains, and they actually talked about their experiences, who's to say about white people growing up in a system that supports white people, especially white men, and then not only that, having a society that supports racism and the behaviors? You know, who's to say that they would have learned anything different? It's kind of like all of us growing up in the church as gay people, you know, like, yeah. So it's like a condition that happens, but it's going to take people that's being oppressed, as in stepping out, talking about their experiences, fighting against an oppressive system, no matter what the system is, in order to get some people's attention within there. And then the thing is with that, is that since they already know about their privilege, guess what? They can use their privilege to amplify the same statements that you are saying, because we understand that white fragility does exist.
And no other group does that. Like nobody who like trying to convert to Christianity gets told by Christians to go study themselves. Like it's like if they have an opportunity to teach somebody who's willing to be taught, they will. So yeah. Like I don't believe in turning away people who want to know and telling them and leaving them to their own devices. I don't know what the fuck you're gonna find if I leave you to your own devices. You may go try to do that. Go find it on your own, and then go find a LGBT actually internalizing self-hate and ain't no better than a fucking homophobic ass cisgender heterosexual person. So if you have opportunity to educate people who want to learn, you should burden yourself with teaching.
Yes.
Now moving on to other teams. Darrell completely uninterested, didn't give a fuck, ready to go home and do his toenails. Could care less about what the hell going on, because this ain't where the interest is residing for him. And Anthony and Gutta are out here, and Gutta's outfit is just serving. It's serving. I mean, he might have could have used a bit more cocoa butter on the knees, but I mean, it's giving what it needs to be given, girl. It is. But look, let me tell this to these LA niggas. I know California niggas where they can dress, but Anthony, baby, like, and it's a lot of so-called fashionistas who be into these expensive ass orthopedic ass shoes, girl. I cannot stand this whole like oversized shoe, like this mutated big toe shoe look. Like, I can't deal. I don't know why niggas think this is cute. This oversized shoe look is not cute, and it's becoming like a whole thing.
I was gifted some
shoes be $2,500.
I was gifted some Balenciagas that are kind of like not like that, but you know, they're like with the molded kind of like sold to where it's like they're big and shit. And I was like, are people just wear these because they're $1,000? Like that's it? You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's not comfortable and it's not.
Baby, when I looked at Anthony from the ankle down, he was giving 70-year-old. If I would have only saw him from the ankle down, I would have swear this was somebody's grandpa being wheeled in to the studio, child. Like, and what I cannot stand about label heads is motherfuckers think because they spend a lot of money on apparel that it makes it attractive. Bitch, it is. Girl, you just look like expensive ugly. Expensive ugly, girl. You just spent a lot of money to look bad, baby.
I will say for sure, in Houston, and I don't know if this is like
I can't stand it.
particular to Houston, but like Houston for sure. You cannot, like, if you go to the Galleria here, to the mall, you've got to be like dressed down. And the meaning of dressed down here is just labels. Like, if you go into the Dior and put on the ugliest Dior outfit that they have in there, just the fact that you have on Dior will let people know that you've got money, quote unquote, and that you're like doing a damn thing.
That
And it's
sounds
like the same
broke.
thing with jewelry as well. That's why people like will be wearing fake ass shit, because like that's what you kind of have to do to fit in, or like wearing fake, even the fake label stuff. You know what I mean? Fake
That sounds
designer is
broke.
crazy.
That screams broke to me.
I don't mind people wearing knockoffs. I don't mind people wearing bootleg shit, counter shit. But I want to know, how does it visually proportionately look well? Why put on a skinny jean just to make your foot look like 20 inches of feet?
But see,
why you want to display 20 inches of foot
He like,
and then the audacity to put on skinny jeans? So like, what?
Wait,
Okay,
it's like having skinny jeans with Chuck Taylor's bitch, like the girls of the Proud Family, bitch.
No. That's a look. That Chuck Taylor's and skinny jeans is. I rock Chuck Taylor's.
No. It's a look. It's just that I was trying to make a comparison about having 20 inches of feet when you got long ass feet, bitch, or you don't even need to have even look like you have long ass feet.
It's the inches of the foot. That shit looks ugly, no matter what style of shoe, including how you pronounce it? A knockout?
What, the Balenciaga?
Balenciaga, Oscar, whatever.
Balenciaga.
Whatever the fuck mayonnaise fashion is.
But
I can't do it. Do y'all like this look? Like, is this y'all look? Like, is this?
I would. That's the thing. What Anthony's wearing right now, minus the denim jacket. Like the denim jacket kind of just is random to me. Like the white shirt with the Balenciaga shorts and then the Balenciaga orthopedics. Yeah, I could do that. I could rock that.
Well, I'm more like a Darrell. Be honest, because I'm the way
reckless. I can see you.
Because the thing is, like, for me, I always look like I'm about to go work out for the most part. So they be like, "What the hell you going for to go running?" I said, "No, bitch, I'm showing off this body hole." Call me Milan.
It's like a blend of probably all these guys.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Part nigga, part high fashion, and part just ratchet. Like all in one. But so in this scene, they come out to get Darrell together. And what's interesting is that Miss Darrella talks about a potential attraction and interest in the head narcissist in charge. Were y'all shook to hear that Darrell might have got the butterflies, the tingle tangles for Miss Malone?
Bitch, I was shook. Reason being is because when they was having this conversation, I had totally forgot them hoes done fought in episode 2.
Exactly. Yeah.
But at the same time, I literally just remembered not too long ago. I just remember he did say that he was gonna try to size up Milan and kind of see what that was gonna be about because he did like him. He did say that, so it was making sense.
Now I'm gonna go back to what Anthony had said when he was holding the prosthetic. Is that Milan's trying to fuck everybody in the house. I think at the end of the day, Milan's gonna try to get in.
They were low-key spilling all his tea in this episode because Kerrion mentioned Christopher coming on to him as well.
See, well, okay. You know how they said Andrew, okay, Milan was trying to say Andrew that was coming on to him in his DMs. But I was like, I believe Milan was playing along with it because he tries to come off as such like a sex symbol, and I've got all this sex appeal and everything. It's like if you're partnering with Fleshlight, the biggest masturbatory company in the world, you are probably like the type to where you just like having sex, period. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just like, I don't want to say addicted, but like that's just something that you seriously like enjoying. So it's like he's gonna really just try to. Now he's in the house with these, you know, everybody's alike and shit. And it's like they're spending time together, you know, they're getting comfortable with each other. let me go ahead and gift y'all with my dick so that with my phallus so that way y'all can see what I'm working with. Let me go ahead and post in front of you, Dylan, mayonnaise boy, with my 9-inch drill pipe. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Ooh.
I don't to me, I don't know. Christopher is really giving off like, I just want to fuck somebody. I just want to fuck something.
Do you think that do y'all think that anybody in the house has already had some type of sexual contact?
I think Gutta.
Well, later on this episode, allegations already came up. So
I think Gutta and Kerrion for sure.
I think they might be hiding. Yeah, I think they might be keeping something on the down low. Something on
they had messed around at some point. And
Gutta just with the secrecy because he really liked Kerrion, so he willing to like be Kerrion's little secret, honey. Because ain't no way that Gutta ain't creep on to that room in the midnight hour when all the cameras done left, because they don't have no surveillance cameras like lodged to the walls like the Bad Girls Clubhouse do. They have like live cameramen in the house when they film, and so they can get away with a lot of shit when the camera crew leaves.
You notice how Kerrion low key is kind of trying to like, I don't want to say like keep a distance, but it's like him and Gutta are smiling at each other from across the room type shit.
Yeah, it's like a lot of nonverbal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like a lot of nonverbal like confirmation as to like something had went. And then the other part to it is like the other people that I think may have done something, and I'm not gonna even lie to you. I think Milan and Darrell had already been just like, because like you said, Conscious, like you're spending literally all day, all night, and spending the night in the house with,
and the guys are reasonably attractive.
Well, if you want to be honest, Milan already spilled the tea. Remember when he was on Instagram going at it with the Zeus producer? He said, I could spill all the people that slept together in the house. So we already know you're already doing their 1-2s. And plus, I already said with Gutta and Kerrion. Now I don't know if they actually did something, but I do believe that something was going on, only because remember when Kerrion was trying to like just kind of lay down the law as in we're being friends, and Gutta stopped himself and he was like, you know, friends. So you mean that friends don't do? And he stopped himself, and I was like, oh.
I brought that up in the review. I was like, hello. Hello. So something going on.
Let me ask this. So let's say in the homosexual community, is it more like sex is but seriously, because like, is sex different in the form of it comes more? Well, I guess I can't really ask all that.
Easier? Like what?
Well, yeah, easier, or like it's more.
I'm gonna tell you, a kryptonite for gay men is sex appeal. If niggas look good, it's gonna be a lot of fucking going on.
Yeah,
if niggas look good.
But see, and that's the thing is like I've had well, this is gonna sound crazy, but
and it also depends your top or bottom at this point.
And that don't even matter when niggas looking good, because them hoes are pussies are short.
But see, you remember, Conscious, I told you about my former best friend that was a stud, and it was like she and her girlfriend. I remember it was like, well, any girl that she had met, she was like sex was like on the table, you know, type of thing. And it was like, I guess something that was gonna happen kind of like expeditiously. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, because like, you know, say like if you're a straight man and you're pursuing a woman, yeah, of course, like you have your one night stands, but I would say for the most part, most women are like, you have to court me, or like you have to like, you know, really prove yourself to me before I just straight up like give you some pussy type shit. So it's like, I don't know if that's how it is necessarily.
I think that sex is more rampant and probably accessible and a go-to, because even though gay men are gay, we're still men, and I think men sex drives are set up differently.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So sex is definitely a go-to. I think. Well, I'll say that. I'll go ahead, Reckless.
And another thing I said as well, like the other live, I don't know which one it was, when I said that I think a lot of times when since we don't really have boyfriends and we don't become like desire waves and actually have the stepping stones when it comes down to showing emotion, affection, but however, not 100% sexual. And typically a lot of times we come in contact with other men, it usually comes through the form of sex. And in combination with us already having high sex drives, with us being more physical because we are men. So I think that also plays a part.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
like
I
for
was
me, a lot of times,
actually going to go there. So yeah, I can touch
I
Okay.
mean, for me, a lot of times it's like
Hey,
with
you
women,
did.
it'll be like, okay, if I did have this like one night stand or it was like a fling or something, like we ended up being friends out of it as well, you know, like evolved into like, I guess, you know, like a friendship or whatever at the end of the day. But it kind of started out like a more strictly physical thing. But so I could definitely get that. But I was just saying it's not as like so anyway, that's why the only reason I bring that up and the reason I asked that question is because like in this house, you've got majority gay men, you know what I mean? And just like you said, if they find each other attractive, then I wouldn't think that like sex would be off the table for anybody. I would think that like more so it would probably be like, oh yeah, well shit, you want to hook up right now type thing, or like, and they do, and then like, you know, go about their business or whatever.
On tonight when them cameras gone, bitch. We gonna set it up because keep in mind they have to prepare too. So
yeah. But I can imagine being Kurt. But okay, so what are your opinions on?
People may
Kurt?
not have actually had full intercourse. Like it may just be like a lot of foreplay, oral stuff.
And conscious. That's what I was gonna say too. Is like I remember you said one live that a lot of gay men aren't really like having sex, like intercourse like that. It's more so like I guess foreplay or
oral and oral stuff.
Yeah, reckless. Well, reckless. Yeah, I remember that.
Sex for us is high maintenance. It's a high maintenance thing, you know. Because to Reckless's point, whoever is going to be penetrated has to prepare their system, you know, for all of that. So yeah, that's a lot.
But the throat is always accessible.
And then you got people who can't take dick. It's just like so many factors that go into why it's easier to just resort to oral and foreplay than to actually engage in full on.
I've been in retirement, so yeah.
So sex is not always intercourse. It's really
throat.
Well, it depends. Some people, you know, it's called oral sex. Some people consider oral sex. I mean, but in terms of like anal, well, penetration, like any type of like penetration. Yeah, I mean, but it can be like it's a lot of guys like if you go on some apps, you know, it's a lot of people who are just like looking to hook up. They're looking for another oral top, or they looking for whatever. It's not always about you know penetration. Yeah. So yeah, all that.
Look at Trinidadian Prince.
It is
full-time job being it. Look, that's why we got to put respect on Bottom's names, honey, because baby, you know, I'm versed, so you know, when I be having to be versatility on the bottom, I'm like, that's why like we got to get married, because it's just like, you know, you got to turn me into a wife, you know. It's like I'm gonna need a ring because it's just a lot going on being a bottom.
That's a lot going on.
Yeah, because like
but it's deserving of reward. It's a reward based service, you know. Tops have it easy. They just get it hard, put it in. It's the bottom doing all the damn work. It's the bottom gotta control the stomach muscles and the ab muscles and control the grip, and gotta make sure that everything clean and purified and everything is great. Like,
you know, and making sure you're over here breathing so you don't pass the hell out. Bitch, it's deserving.
It's deserving of true love. True deserving. So let's move along.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to get Well to come back in, honey. So everybody spitting their verses. But Curtis eats as well too. He, you know, Bow Weezy laid it on. Did y'all like Bow Weezy? Did y'all like Bow Weezy? He was giving ain't fresh as I'm is. He riding, and like I'm studying
with the braids.
How y'all felt about his flow?
I liked it. I really did like it. I did pay attention to when Milan came out the booth And he was like, "It's I'm up next," and I was like, "Okay," because you did say you was a rapper. So with that being said, let's see what your skill set is like. But at the same time, his confidence was high. So I was coming in with an open mind, just to hear the bad or hear the good, and I actually liked it. I really did. I actually liked it. Well, from what we heard, because
I think that this is why Curtis was in such a good mood, and that's because he got to do something that he's really passionate about. Like he really is into music, etc. So you can tell that this was like he was in his vibe. How did you feel? I know a knockout. I think he got us on. How did you feel about Curtis's verse?
I mean, I would say it's like just the same thing like y'all were saying. Like it'll be equal to somebody who does something every day or like often, and then they're like, okay, well, group, we're gonna go do this thing that you do all the time. That's just like your hobby. That'll be like us being in a group somewhere, and they're like, okay, we're all gonna go like work on live streaming. You know what I mean? It'll be like, oh well, shit. You know what I mean? Like,
that's like home.
Exactly. Like, well, excuse me, go ahead. And
because I do agree, only because the simple fact of they are in the house in a completely different environment, and it's like we doing everything, and like they kind of getting hit all at once with all of these extremities. Everything's to the extreme. It's like two of us that's straight that we claim, and then on the rest of everybody else is on the spectrum. It's a lot going on, and then on top of that, it's like we always doing something. It never comes out right because we always fighting, and then it's like, oh, we're gonna rap. Okay, I'm able to fit in this time. Right. So it's one of those things.
And like I said, like well, just like y'all were saying, like he looks like he's in his element. So again, I really respect people that can.
He was in such a good mood this episode.
Oh yeah. Well, and even Moolah too. Like that's what I was saying. Like it just seemed like the energy was way different because even Moolah was kind of approaching it like, oh yeah, well I'm gonna do my shit, da 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 da, and then like.
Long as Bad Boys didn't mean that him and Curtis was looking. That exactly. I was looking for a bad boy. He was good on it.
Yeah, you had to clear that up and say, but we're all looking for bitches too, right? But
wait. But honestly, even then, I like the way that they handled it. Like Milan and they just joked about it. Okay, we get it. We get it.
I was gonna say, like, now I think that it's more so now that everything is happening, everything's transpiring, and you notice since William left for some reason that it's more like good spirited around the house. I don't know. It's only been one episode, but like,
well, I just can't wait till Jonathan gets there because that's one fighting asshole. So I can't wait. We're gonna see how that turned out. Jonathan,
I got a feeling that I already know how I'm feeling about.
Yeah, and plus keep in mind
We'll see.
If this is Bad Boys Club because it comes off the back of Bad Girls Club. Anytime things go completely well, trust me, production goes throw something in there to throw it all the way off.
They're gonna do a replacement, so some of these replacements be bad about it. Just like there was a lot of bad bitches who came as replacements on the Bad Girls Club. Sometimes you fuck around and you get that selection. Now, getting to the minutia and the thick of really what this episode came down to, which was this whole altercation and tension between Kerrion and Milan. Now, I'm gonna say this. I think that Milan was the instigator because he started introducing the profanity in his responses to Kerrion, trying to be solution oriented. I really appreciate Kerrion not wanting to spend his time freaking out about what they didn't have and trying to think about what they could do to move forward in the session. With him also having a musical background, that's why he was able to name the technology and shit and the equipment in the confessional. It appears to me also because YouTube is a great resource for knowledge, that if there was anybody who had the capacity to probably pick some shit up real quick because he's already familiar, he just needs some specific guidelines.
Exactly.
That he probably could have actually got it done and got it complete. And I feel like while I also understood Milan's point equally, because he just didn't want to Lil Bow Wow's point, that bitch should hit the accidental backspace button and delete the whole damn track off the shit, girl. So, you know, the fear, Milan's concern was justified, but all the cussing and just like he started revving up almost immediately, and then that just set the tone for shit to go left, because Kerrion wasn't even giving all that. Like even when he was talking about like the video concept idea, they was like shading him then. Chris was like, I ain't writing around, I don't know how to do that. I ain't writing no doom bug. It's like it was like just kind of throwing the boy to the left like the whole time. Like, so I ain't really appreciate that. What are y'all thoughts? Reckless. Oh shit.
Now y'all already know I'm finna go in on Milan this whole goddamn segment, and even when we go to the next episode preview, because here's my thing, I 100% agree with what you said, Conji, because it's I understood, and keep in mind too, he been setting that tone when it came down to, if you guys paid attention, when Darrell said that he didn't want to be part of the song in the studio, right? And this was the scene before he went outside. He said, I don't want to do no song. I don't want to be part of the song. I'm not a rapper. Yeah, I did a song, but that's not my thing. You heard Milan over there talking about, you know, it is a song for the Bad Boys Club, and you are part of the Bad Boys Club. And I'm like, he doesn't have to. Crystal Ball, you have to realize, Carmex don't have to do a song if he's not a rapper. Now, I will say this: if you want him, I will say this: if you want him to be part of the song, or whatever, have him, like, you know, kind of do like the producing and stuff. But my thing is, it was his attitude, because the whole thing is like, last time I checked, yes, you know, we are part of Bad Boys Club. Last time I checked, he did not come out your nutsack. So with that being said, it's nothing wrong with you feeling the way that you feel. It's all about the way that he did, like the way he was talking to him. Now, the whole thing with the YouTube, now from the comment section, because, you know, I do in the comment section, as we all know, a lot of people say all these engineers, they learn all of their stuff just about from YouTube. And it's like you said, if anybody had the capacity to be able to pick it up quick, it probably would be him. Now, that does not mean I did not agree or understand Milan's, like, his point, because I would have been like, okay, bitch, like, you know, I don't want nothing to get messed up. Let's see, can we find somebody? But however, you know, the last thing goes, then we'll go with you. But he was talking to him crazy, and then he was so shook when Kerrion actually got to that point. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was on Kerrion's side the whole time for everything at this point, because he tried it. He tried it real decent.
Yeah, because he was being played the whole time, and I was like, did Todd set the scheme up to bring it back to us with the shits? Because I don't understand why, if there was already an engineer there, why he could not have just showed the guys this, that. He could have had somebody pull out their cell phone and record him showing them, okay, this is how you save the music, this like, record what I'm doing and just follow what you see me doing. Like, but they didn't explore any of that. So I'm just like, what's this? Did the producer set it up to leave them kind of in this predicament to cause some turbulence? Yeah. That's what it was giving.
Of course, they're here to produce a show, so they already know which is the reason why they were like, okay, we're gonna have you leave early and we're gonna see what happens. First off, you already know when they ask the question, does anybody know how to produce? When they asked that question, Kerrion said, I had to get freshened up on it, but I could go on YouTube. You already saw the response from Milan. Keep in mind, my bad, Crystal Ball. Keep in mind, the producer was still there. So the whole thing behind it, like, okay, so with that being said, at some point, we're really going to have him leave. And you keep, and also, if you caught it, when they was trying to figure out who was going to do what, they actually went to Kerrion and asked him. Because they already knew that if I asked him that, this one over here going to go insane and they're going to go back and forth. Which is another reason why when they was going back and forth, that producer was laughing.
Well,
like, come on. Like, at one point in time, I wanted to be a producer of a show. So I see them for their works. Like, girl, I see y'all. Okay?
Oh, yeah. They have to create the contention. But
what are your initial thoughts about what started to become between Christopher and Franklin?
Okay. Not I'm probably gonna have the unpopular opinion, but Kerrion had this energy the whole episode of like it seemed like he didn't want to be bothered for some reason. Like, even when he was sitting in the van, he was sitting like by himself, it seemed like, in front of everybody, like damn near a couple of seats in front of everybody. And then when they got to the studio, it's like he wasn't really trying to rap. He more so, like you said, took an interest in. He named the soundboard. Everything that the engineer was like dealing with, he was like, "Oh yeah, I know that." So he's sitting down with the engineer. Now, when they did get to the studio, everybody had like this ego about them, which I get, but Kerrion had the biggest, like, kind of like this arrogance because
What?
he
got
did.
it.
How did you see that? Okay, let's listen.
My dad is you know who he is, and I've been around studios and I've been around music, and it's like, well, why don't you just produce the whole song then? You know what I mean? If that's the case.
Okay. So
Hold on. What was the difference between, because you just said that the rest of the guys were big up in themselves. What was the difference between Kerrion establishing that he's experiencing this area? He's excited. He has relationship to this world. He's been in this world since he been high. I did not translate anything Kerrion was given as like overbearing. And to his point, the reason he was upset was because he was big upping everybody in the booth. He was big upping Milan. He was like supportive of everybody. Clearly, to Reckless's point, the engineer was the most communicative to Kerrion, you know, because we saw them gelling and talking all throughout the scene. So I didn't see overbearing. I didn't see.
I thought Kerrion
Kerrion.
I thought he was being very, very like arrogant in the fact of like, oh well, I've been around music my whole life. Like I'm kind of like better than this.
Those were the facts.
Well, no. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. So I think what you're, I don't know if conflating, getting confused about that part. That was after Milan had kept trying to diss him as if he didn't know what he was doing. So he was like, "Hold up, I done been around music. I do understand. I need to get, like, you know, touched up on it, like on this particular system. But you're not gonna try me like I don't know what I'm doing at all."
But see, I feel the same way about Milan. You're supposed to be this recording artist. How the fuck do you not know how to balance a song and shit? You should know some engineering. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. To me, like, if I'm gonna do something like me, I'm gonna know how to produce the song. I'm gonna know how to engineer the song. I'm gonna know how to rap the song. I'm gonna know how to like, I'm not finna sit up here and play with you and be like, oh yeah, well, I've done and then I can't even.
No, he wasn't acting like he was just like the like he just, what the hell am I did? I done did.
See, that's how I feel like he was walking around the studio like he was like, man, my dad's Kirk Franklin. Man,
he was sitting down the whole time chilling. Yeah. Like, he was, what? I didn't see your brain knockout. Did anybody else see this scene this way, you guys? Like, did anybody see?
I personally didn't see it because I saw that he was bigging everybody up, and even in the confessional, he was like, "Curtis killed it, Gutter did awesome, Milan killed it," and then like, and even when Milan was doing his verse and stuff,
I'm not saying that
studio. Wait, but in the studio, he was bigging everybody up, like because I do understand within the confessions after the fact, so you know he probably has to do it for context of that particular scene,
right?
But however, in the studio, he was bigging everybody up, and I felt like, I guess the whole thing, him saying that's my father, and keep in mind he didn't bring up his father first. Milan did as a dig, but however, I think the reason why he said all those things because he's trying to, like, I guess, play him as he don't know, like he doesn't know how to do anything. And keep in mind, you already been disrespectful to me after I just bigged you up and when I gave my idea. Yeah, if you didn't like the idea, you didn't have to be a little snappy. You get what I'm saying? So at some point it's like, okay, I ignored it the first time. And keep in mind, this is an edited show, which means that we probably only going to get 10 episodes. That's not even a full day of taping. So only God knows how many times he probably tried him during that session. So on top of that, I let it go the first couple of times. Now I'm ready to go off, and that's why I was here with Kerrion for.
And the interesting thing is that at this point, it's not just one person's testimony. Anthony is also starting to express a lot of grievances around how much space Milan is taking up socially. So there's something that Milan is giving that's not translating.
Well, that's okay. Look, the thing is like, I'm trying to say that Kerrion should have got on the song if he's so badass.
No,
And then produced the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
no.
Why would he produce it when they already had it figured? The man was just letting them hoes know that y'all not gonna play in my face because if anybody got more experience to this world, then it's probably me. And he was just establishing this as his love for music, etc. Like, it don't mean he know how to play the tambourine and bang on the organ because he is more adept to the environment. But I don't know. I just didn't feel like he was giving like, oh, I'm better than everybody. And I'm
but
the king.
Also keep in mind as well as that every time he gets, like, ever since he's been on the show, they have paid attention to everything else. They paid attention to his I'm about to say his homosexuality. They have paid attention to his sexuality. They have paid attention to his father. But however, he's like, okay, y'all paying attention to all these different other things. Let's not conflate or confuse. I have credentials. I have worked on a Grammy awarded album. I have done the work. However, y'all may not pay attention to it. I know what I'm doing. And sometimes, like Conscious said, sometimes I forgot with the Tasha K and the that particular live. Sometimes bitches just have you fucked up. You got to remind them. Like, I understand y'all may not know that, but however, let's bring out this resume and let you hoes know. I mean, y'all love music so much.
Look, don't get me wrong, because like I know a little bit about music. I can like do a little bit of stuff, but like. I'm not gonna walk into somewhere and be like, oh yeah, well, I can go master mix a whole song, because like I get caught. I would get, you know what I'm saying?
Like, did he say that? Did he say he could master mix a whole song?
Well, I was gonna say
that's my thing. Is like that's what I was getting. And then, like I said, the whole episode he was just kind of walking around like
because at the end of the day,
that's interesting.
Okay. Because at the end of the day, let's call a spade a spade. When the engineer is there, you're not really supposed to be on this set. It's kind of like you know, when a musician is like, you know, at their home. Regular musicians, just like the guest musician do not just go on the piano if you know that the person that actually is there is actually there. Yeah. But I will say this is that I think another thing that that also played a part is that Milan, you talking crazy doing all these different other things, but also keep in mind too, I never heard Kerrion actually say that he was going to rap on the song. So he may not.
I guess that's what I'm wanting. I'm wanting Kerrion on the song.
So but the thing is
he another one who just didn't get the time to get in the booth because
I don't know.
That's what happened. Because I don't know if he. I didn't hear him say what he was wanting to do the song.
Look at Joshua 1994's comment. Okay, so look, Conscious and Reckless, do you think this is like part of why there may be a lot of homophobia? Like why straight men wouldn't like, because Conscious, you have brought this up actually. I think the first episode we had viewed. No, the second one when Mula was like really tripping. Okay, so when it comes to like Curtis touching Milan or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like if they're laughing and he puts his hand on the shoulder or whatever. I personally, I don't see a problem with that. Like there's nothing, I don't think that's gay per se.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like because when I laugh, I get fucking like I hit people in the shoulder and shit, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like I get
abuse. Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't like punch them, but I mean like I get like
domestic violence. Yes, man.
Touchy.
But I mean whoosh, come with a right hook.
That's how a lot of masculine dudes are playful. Like a lot of masculine men are playful in a way. Like they wrestle, they hit you, whatever. Like I didn't think there was anything suggestive about it either. Like I'm once again not one of those gay guys who turn everything into like turn every straight man into gay. I think that's actually very dangerous, and it does play into making straight men like it reinforces their paranoia and their no homo-ness like even more because like we keep making it something that it's not. Like don't let it be what it is until it is until it is what it is. Like,
Mhm.
you know,
until you had a dick in your mouth, then
because if he wasn't comfortable enough to treat Milan like one of the boys, we'd be complaining about him being homophobic like we were in previous episodes. So you can't have it both ways.
Well,
like,
see, not to take it off of the subject, but there was a clip of Michael Jordan kind of like tapping Mary J on her ass, right? And look, if it was me, I'd be tapping on that booty too. But look, Michael Jordan is also 6'6". He's huge. He's a former NBA player. And also it's like, you know, so Michael Jordan had a thing when his teammates like scored or whatever. Okay, cool. Good job. Him and Kobe would be slapping ass all day. But does that make them gay? You know what I'm saying? No. Like I never considered that gay, like, or even on the football field. I don't think that's like
to be completely honest, the gayest places are usually the heterosexual spaces, the locker rooms.
The locker room of a football, the locker room of a football team is probably the like quote unquote gayest that you could probably get. I'm not gonna lie to you because
homoerotic.
Okay, yeah, we can say that because you have men that are definitely naked, definitely probably wrestling with each other, pushing each other, slapping each other with towels. But just the fact like of another man standing in front of you, we're thinking about Milan and Dylan. There are like men in the locker room that be standing in front of each other at the gym, like with just towels on, talking to each other like that. So
in the sauna together, like sometimes butt naked,
exactly
sweating together.
Yeah, like if niggas are taking showers naked together, like after the game, like communal showers.
In the military.
I think I think that all of that proximity probably also forces a certain level of comfortability. Like it's not homosexual when you see it so much. Like you see naked men, y'all change in front of each other. Y'all do all of, like it's not so it ain't even all of that. Like I don't even know how I feel about branding it as gay either, because I feel like straight men are allowed to have affectionate contact with other men. Like it's just affection, like without no type of stigma. Women hug each other all the time, kiss each other on the cheek. Like it's not branded as lesbian environments. Like when we're talking about what goes on in a sorority house or what goes on even in female athletic places, it's just what it is. It's just interaction. So I feel like we need to like take a lot of even the gay language off of things and just let people just be whatever people are choosing to be amongst each other until they clarify that it is of homosexual orientation of attraction.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to make that a sidebar, but I was just trying to say like, like that's kind of like I think a running theme that even like we were talking about pretty heavily for like a couple of weeks is that just because like the language and a lot of things are like labeled quote unquote gay, it's like, you know, kind of have to get past that. Like, I guess if you're looking at somebody in an intimate way, like I don't know. What do you like? To me, in an intimate way would mean like they're probably like in bed together or something like that. Like
that's totally subjective. What Joshua is talking about, like
I don't really say because I didn't get intimate, like an intimate look from Curtis. I think maybe because I probably wasn't paying attention either, but I wasn't getting that. I kind of got more genuine, like he was actually trying to, like, you know, diffuse the situation and actually, you know, I guess treat another thing too. I guess treat him human.
But reckless. What about Gutta and Kerrion? What would you say that would you say that was a lustful look in between them two when they were in the room together at first? When he grabbed his chin, when Gutta grabbed his chin?
Oh yeah, it was flirting. It was flirting.
I guess you could say, just like Conscious is saying, it's pretty subjective, I guess, from like situation to situation what it would be. But I didn't see the way like Gutta was looking at Kerrion. I didn't see that in Curtis looking at Milan, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I personally didn't see that either.
It's called projecting, wanting it to be something more than what it is. And when you want it to be something more, you will find everything you can use to interpret it as that.
Come on, projection.
Conscious highlight used to be the sweetest girls. Comment, please. No, you didn't.
So it got hot quick.
No, you did not.
It's the shade.
Wow.
Milan is hot-headed and he balls, so it gets hot quick.
Damn, that's messed up.
That was clever. That was clever.
That's why I be wearing wigs.
Because it gets hot quick. Oh my God, I can't. So things continue to escalate escalated to the point that Milan picked up a motherfucking. Well, okay, so then Kurt comes to Super Save a Hoe, a little Bow Weezy, and Franklin out there chopping it up. And Lil Bow Weezy, of course, has to do damage control because they're doing something he loves right now, and he just trying to make sure, like, nigga, I need the best verse I done ever wrote so far to definitely get mixed and mastered and make it, honey. Y'all gotta calm down, like all the man on man crimes, etc. And we continue to move through Gutta, who I feel like Gutta ate as well. Like, I'm just gonna like anything that Gutta do because he just don't give a fuck and he just be with it like all the time. Like he just be with it, and I'm
gonna be honest about Gutta's verse. But however, the thing is about it is that I know Gutta.
He's not a rapper because you got to remember he didn't even want to do this really either. He was like, "Girl,
no." I liked it, but it was like I've heard
it was good for somebody who knows.
It was a snippet, so only God knows what he said and the way he flipped it. But the thing is, I know for a fact Gutta can rap. I've heard Gutta rap. So,
how did you feel about his verse? Knockout.
I mean, look, okay.
Look at Milan BBL, girl.
I'm again, man. Okay, I think the beat that they chose was just terrible, and like maybe they are better rappers than what the beat had like gave them opportunity for, because like just like how Reckless was saying at first, how Milan had like switched up his flow at first. You know, it's like even with the beats where they were kind of like playing around would have been better to me, because I'm big on beats. I'm big on the beat. If I don't like the beat, I won't listen to the song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't care how fire the words are. It's just like if I don't like the beat, I can't do it. So it's like I guess the beat really throws me off. But with that being said, I guess I still have to give them props because they still, you know, did their thing. But now Gutta is like more Gutta. Yeah, so it's like it gives to me, it's more like Little Mama. I think that's why I thought about Little Mama, probably, is because, or like not like Krayshawn, but like just like the cadence, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of was like the same. Ooh, Conscious, you have some 420s in your
I know, I see that.
Jeez, y'all are surprising me.
Wow. I told you got a little bit of everybody who makes up the kingdom, honey. So it moves. So things start to escalate now. Kerrion and Milan are really getting into it. Christopher is just like, fuck all that shit, nigga. Like, you ain't about to fuck up none of that. I ain't feeling it. I ain't with it. Like, Darrell over here completely a whole vibe, unbothered bitch. Let these hoes kill each other. And it just gets bad. Like, Christopher Milan ends up picking up a bottle. Kerrion, the F word is being thrown around now between the both of them, and there's all this going on. And I'm just, once again, I'm Team Kerrion in this whole fight, because the way that just Milan even started like communicating off the bat just started really like slipping and sliding the whole shit. And I don't know what was so hard. I don't know what was so hard about communicating properly, like an adult in a situation. Like, the nigga is literally trying to help. What are y'all arguing over? The nigga is like offering other alternatives aside from complaining and being paranoid about whether an engineer is going to come or not. Like, how are you being hostile toward somebody trying to fix the problem, and probably could? Like, if y'all all would go look at a YouTube tutorial and put y'all brains to it, I'm sure y'all could get it done. Like, Milan is just doing the motherfucking most. Now, Kerrion starts calling out Milan for also a lot of offline shit that Milan be doing, touching him, coming on to him, etc. And tells Milan he'll slide his motherfucking BBL to the left if he touches ass again offline. What do y'all think about like it just getting really bad?
I was team Kerrion only because the simple fact of like honestly, I was team Kerrion the whole time because bitch, Milan was doing the most. Cristobal was doing the most, bitch.
Yeah, look,
I don't know what the hell he thought he was gonna read a bitch future or two, but he was doing the most. And then on top of that, like I would have felt a type of way as well, and I would have went like got hostile is because I'm going to put my drink down. Now I understand me and you that got into it. But if I'm going to put my drink down, and keep in mind, I watched it several times just to see what was the like how everything transpired. I'm going to put my drink down because I'm done with with my drink. I'm putting my cup down. I'm going to be honest.
I would have picked up a bottle too. I mean, it's
don't get me wrong.
I'm not looking back there to see what you've been doing. All I know is that it's heated, it's hot. You now came right up to my back door, and I'm in reaching distance, so my leg fucked up. I can't monkey stomp you. So
I want to hear that.
Pick up the bottle, girl. Just in case you don't make it home tonight. Let me crack you over the head one last time, baby. Like, that's gonna be my situation. That's how TV goes.
I can't because
if any of you motherfuckers get in a hostile situation with me and you walk up just to put your drink down, it's gonna be a shank, a gun, an AK-47, a Hennessy bottle. Bitch, you the TTV. Are you done or are you finished? Or are you done or are you finished, girl? Is you done or is you finished?
I'm the wrong one to ask about situations like this because I'm the type to like I look for cues, especially if like you're like face to face to me like this. You know what I'm saying? I look for cues, and they've been drinking and smoking and shit. So it's like, of course they're kind of like, whatever. But like I said, I look for cues, right? And like when I used to go out a lot, like I would look for people putting down their drink or pulling up their pants. You go to pull up your pants. As soon as you like went and go like to tug your pants, you're going to get punched in the jaw. Like I'm not even going to wait for you to like pull up your pants and get ready and shit. Nah, we're not even going to get there. You're going to get smacked before then. But like, that to me, like putting down a drink, like, oh yeah, nah, like it's over after that. But that's just me. I don't know. I'm very much hot headed though. I'm bald.
This sorry, Milan self. No, but now don't get me wrong. I do understand the whole thing about picking up the bottle because of the circumstances, but let's just call a spade a spade. For one, I would have been hostile just like Kerrion, because bitch, now I'm in defense mode. Now I'm in bitch. It's time for us to go to war because now you done picked up the damn bottle. Now here's my thing with Milan, because he said that his leg was hurt, and that's the reason why he picked up the damn bottle. But as soon as they brought his ass right outside, that bitch was over there doing damn near hopscotch and jump rope and double dutching all throughout that damn parking lot.
No, in the context of what of the level of force necessary to fight a nigga, he ain't got that type of strength in his leg.
Well, the thing,
mobility, but in terms of what it's gonna take to be in mutual combat with a bitch is his leg ain't giving that part.
In the following episode, he most definitely runs up on Kerrion, and also after that, he also runs up on Kerrion again. So apparently, that leg is okay, good and okay, and that's the reason I can't take
because that leg is because you gotta remember when he got his ass beat by Darrell and the big and the bounty hunter fell on top of his ass. Milan been complaining about his leg since that little situation. And that's why he had to, even in the next episode, he had to catch him off guard. He can't, because he got an injury. So if he gonna get the best of Kerrion, it's gonna have to be off guard. It's gonna have to be with a weapon. That's why he played his tactics the way he did.
And this is what we call a bad boy. But anyway, like here's the thing that get with Milan. If you know you injured, why are you talking all that shit? Like that's the thing. Is like you talking all this shit and you know that you injured.
Because to Kerrion's point, they think he a pussy hoe. That's why.
Well, Kerrion, I mean, to that point though, Kerrion hasn't really like fought anybody. Okay, so like
Milan hasn't either.
Hoe, but he ain't a fighter.
But see, look, this is my thing. I remember MTV had The Real World, and there's this big white boy on there, and like there's a guy probably like Bow Wow size, you know what I mean? And he's like pushing him and shit. They're drunk in the house, and like he pushes the big white dude, and the white dude's like, damn. and then like he punched him in like in the chest or something. He was like, "Damn, you're gonna punch me," and then like he like punches the guy, but like I'm talking about like thrust punches him. You know what I'm saying? Like all his weight. And he was a big dude, so it's like he hits him, and then the guy like just knocked out. And like, you ever seen somebody get knocked out like in boxing, and like they're already knocked out and they're like falling?
Mm-hmm.
He was like that, and then he hit him again. So I was like, damn. And I think depending on like the severity of the fight is how they kind of like determine like how the show keeps going, because like I think that guy was like off the show for like a couple seasons because you fucking damn near murdered somebody on live TV. But I also do think that none of these guys are really fighters. I don't think that Milan is a fighter.
Ain't none of these niggas. This is the most all these niggas have ever fought in their life.
Right.
Well, Gutter is a fighter.
Is because of, and he ain't even fought yet. Like
Right.
that's the whole gag. He ain't even fought. Like all these niggas are fighting because of the extra security of knowing that there's bounty hunters on set. There's FBI and CIA and the county sheriff department on set regulating shit. So they know that they can engage these fights, and they're not going to go but so far because it's going to be intervention almost immediately afterwards.
Now, who is a fighter is Jonathan. I can't wait till he get in the house, bitch. I don't care if he even a bad guy. I just want to see
Jonathan who?
Oh,
it's
right.
somebody who will be introduced at some point in the season.
Okay.
But I'm not somebody. The way that Milan, the whole bottle grabbing thing, you're not gonna be able to move any kind of way you want to when you're being hostile with me. You don't get to walk past me and and I'm gonna think that it's cool. You like the situation have been turned up now, so it's gonna have to be turned down before we go back to regular smuggler thinking. When it's a hostile situation, I ain't putting nothing past no nigga. I'm on ready, set, and motherfucking go. So I don't give a fuck what you putting down. I don't give a fuck whether you just come in to flush the toilet next to me, or whether you come in to like throw your bubblegum wrapper in the trash can to the right of me. If it's a hostile situation, you might risk getting your goddamn eyeballs kicked to the back of your head because all you trying to do is throw away your bubblegum wrapper. You can't do that when it's a missed hostility. Right. So whether my leg would have been working or not, I would have had 2 bottles in both hands. Like I just would have been on ready. Now I think this is the scene that Joshua is talking about, and I think that what makes this scene, what makes Curtis look so homosexual in the scene, is because he actually has the nerve to actually look men in the eye when he's speaking to them. So I think it's the looking directly into,
which is not gay.
Which is not gay. It's just like some people.
That's actually a sign of being a heterosexual man, is that you can look another man in his eyes. Like that's supposed to be a sign of integrity and
self-awareness. Yeah.
If you can't look somebody in the eyes, then chances are you're lying.
Yeah, like
that's
you're hiding.
What a lot of people say.
Or you're insecure. Like
you're insecure,
like
you have no confidence in what you're saying. Yeah, that's like basic like communication 101 is to look somebody in their eye. I don't know if Joshua, you work in the professional world, but I mean, I wouldn't call that gazing. Like I said, I think that the Gutta and Kerrion situation, you might could get away with that, but with this situation, I think that Kerrion or that Curtis just looking him in the, like that's how you have a conversation with people. I don't have a conversation looking down. You know what I'm saying? Like at people. That's crazy. Even on here, like I try to
is Joshua straight? Are you straight, Joshua? Or are you homosexual? But the thing is no. Okay, it's the reason why I'm asking. The reason why I'm asking is because I don't see nothing wrong with it, because a lot of times too, a lot of queer people, we experience subtle homophobia because like a lot of dudes don't even look us in our eye. We're not even worthy of respect of being treated like a human because they don't want to look at us in the eye. Nah, bro, I ain't got nothing for you. Like it's stuff like that. So I have no problem him looking him dead in the eye.
Straight men do this, especially when they're trying to de-escalate other men. They're like, hey bro, calm down, like my nigga, like we got you, dog. Like they shake you by your shoulders. Like that's how my niggas do me when I'm ready to Jerry Springer the bar. Like come on, dog, like you cute dude, like stop, like fix it, Jesus. So but maybe Joshua's just inexperienced because a lot of same gender loving men don't even have the luxury of really having relationships to heterosexual men.
It does say 1994, so he's about my age. But like, I'm not trying to say that like to say like you're young or anything, but like I would say like half of my generation kind of grew up with like like I said, the same kind of thing with like looking somebody in the eyes type of thing, like in a way of just like talking to somebody versus the whole, oh yeah, that's gay half of my generation, because I guess there is that as well, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
okay, moving on.
So the scene kind of ends with this whole spreader thing. Milan and everybody's in the parking lot now. Moolah somewhere unbothered. Darrell is wearing his motherfucking engagement ring around his neck to his husband, trying to be like, Gra, why you trying to get up in this van, Gra? Because first of all, you shady and Kerrion crazy bitch, and we might die out here on the interstate trying to get to this goddamn fashion show between both of you motherfucking niggas strapping in the motherfucking spreader garage. Now, my whole thing with Kerrion is I'm also gonna need my only issue with Kerrion so far in the season really is like
fight back.
Either fight or not fight back. Actually be the nice guy. You can't all this. It's no point. If you ain't backing it up, don't even bother with all of this. Just keep all of the rah-rah off the table. Keep all the rah-rah language off the table. If you ain't really gorilla, don't even talk gorilla. Like because see now he put himself in positions for people to test and try him like Milan is doing, and they're getting the best of him. He already been punching his mouth, bloody up. Now he done been sucker punching, uppercutted in the back of his damn neck by Milan coming up in the next episode. And because you keep acting like you want the fire that's behind that smoke, and then when niggas get up with you, you standing behind security. And once again, it's too. So I just want, and my criticism was the same for the Olsen twins. Like they wouldn't have been in that position where they got their ass beat by Darrell if they just would have been true to the fact that you're not about that life. So don't act like you about that life. Like you like actually handle things in a way that's really authentic for yourself. So So what are y'all thoughts about Kerrion just like holding on to like, girl, I'll fuck these niggas up. Like I'm a gorilla. Like these niggas better be willing to die when they motherfucking fight me. Like it'll be their last. It'll be their least. It'll be their
Reckless. Let me go real quick because I'm gonna be short. I do not agree with nobody running their goddamn mouth and not backing it up. I just can't.
Yeah,
it's nothing. Look, when he got punched in the mouth, that to me was like, oh, Kerrion, I'm not gonna say I lost respect for him, but I was just like, bro.
But you lost respect for him. Just say it. Then why'd you lie the first time? Say it. I'm not gonna say.
Because like I don't want to be mean, and because like you know what I'm saying. I know he's a sensitive guy. That's the thing. Kerrion is very sensitive.
And be sensitive.
Exactly.
Don't
There's
be
nothing wrong with being sensitive.
Yeah.
You can be sensitive without having to be like macho or whatever, because you're just gonna get punched in the mouth, and you're not gonna do nothing. It's just But
I think as well too. Also being sensitive, people also target you. But okay, but I will say this. I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning of this particular scene, Darrell kind of pissed me off a little bit because as they're about to leave, him and Milan going back and forth, and Kerrion's kind of on 10 because at this point. Because keep in mind too, I had a situation that was similar to the whole Kerrion and to where I was at my job and this boy tried to I was playing with him, but then he actually picked up a glass. So at this point, I'm on 10. And then the last thing I need for the next bitch to do is to bring their ass up in here and tell me what the fuck I need to do, as in you need to calm down. But then you clarify and you say that you didn't know exactly what happened, then you should not be coming telling me what I need to be doing. You ask me what happened first, ask for my perspective, and then you give your input. And so I wasn't fucking with it. He talking about some, I don't want both of y'all because all y'all gonna be arguing. Bitch, don't come talk to me because bitch, he picked up that damn bottle. I'm on 10, which means that you liable, even though we don't kind of know Kerrion, not that type of, but however, I'm talking my perspective. I'll give it to you as well, even though I love Darrell, but I wasn't messing with it because if you don't know everything that happened, don't just say, especially when he had the nerve to come out his mouth talk about some, I'm not the one, that's always talk about people arguing, but there should be no but, then you should be quiet. Don't come up giving your input on something that you don't know exactly what happened because you wasn't there apparently from what you said when he picked up that damn bottle. So don't come and try to tell me what I need to do. I wasn't fucking with it.
Yeah. Well, I felt like he was just trying to figure out what was going on. The same thing that Lil Bow Weezy was trying to do. They're trying to okay, girl, y'all need to calm down because they still had shit to do. They still had shit to do. They still had a fashion show to go to. And all this fucked up energy is happening. And look, y'all need to get this shit together, yo. Y'all need to get it together.
But the thing is, the difference is the energy that literally what you just gave and what he was giving. He was giving, y'all always going back and forth. But my thing is this: if they're going back and forth, obviously for a reason, you find out what happened first. Then that will determine whether or not you are secure. And you saying y'all always going back and forth about stupid stuff. But once you found out that that they had got into it and homeboy done picked up a damn bottle on him, then all of a sudden the attitude done changed. Now, that's what I'm saying. The energy, it wasn't given, I need to find out what happened. It was given, oh, y'all always doing something. But then, however, when that most important detail came into effect, you was like, oh.
Reckless.
I was here when I here for it.
Darrell is he's a problem child because look, he said he fought who was it? William? Yeah, the Olsen twins because you're not gonna fight him. Well, you gonna fight me. 5, 4, 3, and then it's like, why?
He also was Interpersonal in this episode saying, "Oh, I ain't even had to start the shit because these niggas got to start it all by themselves."
Exactly.
But to Darrell's, I don't feel like the way he kind of came at Kerrion when Kerrion was already turned, it just kind of didn't work out at first with the conversation. I guess Darrell was trying to have, but they was luckily able to smooth it over. But Darrell wasn't the only one who was over it because Gutter, who had seen the whole thing, was still over it. He was like, "This shit is ghetto over all. It's just too much." And it's when you've been in a problematic house in a toxic situation, and it's been nothing but fighting the whole time, and then y'all finally seem to have a normal day, and then it's the fuck shit all over again. Yeah, I got a right to say I'm over it because the truth is Darrell ain't fought nobody since his initial introduction into the house. He beat everybody ass who he needed to beat, and then he was good. He been good. He been chill. And clearly, Kerrion is pressed, so it's girl, you got to calm down. Christopher Milan with the shits right now. This ain't gonna get no better. Y'all just need to put it to rest, whatever. But Milan was just being antagonistic. I felt like he owed Kerrion an apology, and he kind of turned it up and kind of maintained his I ain't doing that shit. Just being very judgmental about the ideas that Kerrion had, and it just didn't get any fucking better. Now, what the next episode is given with him running up on Mr. Kerrion and stuff, we'll get into that when it transpires, but I'm thinking that Christopher Milan thought about all that shit that Kerrion was saying, that bitch you only known for being a prosthetic. And
that shit was funny as bitch. He was like, "Who are you?"
And Christopher Milan was in that goddamn sprinter just ruminating over all that shit, all that sweet R&B shit that the motherfucker Kerrion ass was talking. And then the fact that Kerrion was spilling all the motherfucking tea, trying to embarrass his ass about trying to suck his dick and jack him off when the cameras leave and shit.
But it's
this nigga.
it's just the audacity of it all that you started it, and then you get mad when he gives you the exact same energy, and then you get mad.
That Moolah did.
Yeah, exactly. And then you get mad when you feel like he's about to come up, like you come up behind you, but don't, and then you want to pick up a bottle because you remember, because keep in mind, you know that you hurt. He probably doesn't know that, but even if he does know that, you should have thought about that when before you get to talking to people crazy, and then you next want to pick up a bottle. Oh no, if you start like this, then we're gonna fight. And then you go outside over here, double dutching in the parking lot, and then you're gonna get on the goddamn in the goddamn vehicle when I think about all that shit he done said, all this, but however, you was the one messing with him. Like, it's just the audacity. I couldn't believe it, bitch. My mouth dropped. I was like,
Milan did the most, and he did the most. He just did the motherfucking most. Team Kerrion for the win.
Right now.
Everybody's getting sick of. Now I'm gonna tell you. Before when it comes to Anthony's giving me fake ass bitch too. Like, I don't like that passive aggressive shit. Like, clearly you feeling the way about Milan. Clearly you got something you need to say. Clearly you and your fifis, and you keep talking to everybody else but the nigga who you be in front of smiling while you go to confessional talking shit, or go to gutter and derail and talk shit about. Like, you need to boss the fuck up. It's already bad enough that even you was trying to capitalize off of altercations other people were initiating, because you ain't really about that life either. And now you doubling down, and you might be an adopted sister of the Olsen twins, girl, because you ain't got no real balls to really do what you need to do. So I just don't understand why he's being passive aggressive, girl. I can't imagine that anybody is actually fucking scared of Milan. Like, I can't actually imagine anybody being fucking intimidated. Like, let that nigga know, like, nigga, you giving me very much so attention whore, camera hungry girl. Like you doing too much for me, girl. Like, your attitude is a little bit off-putting, girl. Like, I got one motherfucking mama, bitch, and you are not her. You don't run me, bitch. Like, you, like, whatever Natalie got you on, girl, it's about to get you chin check, girl. So you can run the rest of these bitches, but when you dealing with me, bitch, we peers, girl. And like, anytime you come at me with that overbearing, narcissistic shit, girl, you're gonna get checked in the eye, in the throat, in the ass, bitch. But I'm checking some box on that ass. I'm checking some box, bitch, because I can't deal with a bitch like Christopher Milan either. Like, I put them type of alpha hoes, humble them alpha hoes.
Like a motherfucker. Like, bitch, who you talking to?
I'm gonna need Miss Anthony to like step all the way in, girl. Like, stop the back door talk. Like, you already know it's gonna be an issue. Like, clearly you putting Christopher in a position, Milan in a position to call you a pussy hoe, because he gonna see the playback and know that he lives in a house with a bitch who said everything to everybody about him but to him. So why put yourself in a position to look like a bitch who can't say what they need to say? Say what you need to say to that nigga. Like, the fuck? Do y'all, how do y'all feel about that? Like, do y'all feel like Anthony is being two-faced and passive aggressive, or y'all appreciate the way he kind of dealing?
Well, I feel like for right now he's coming off passive aggressive, but it seems like in the next episode, now it looks like it's gonna be in a group setting now, so that may also play a part, that he's actually gonna state how he feels. But I think he's just being passive aggressive. Now, I will say, I think it would be different if he probably would just talk to only one person and try to get their perspective. Like, am I tripping? Because yada, 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 but then bring it up to Milan. Because, you know, sometimes I do that. Like, before, like, a situation happened, I'll go just say if something happened outside, I'll probably yeah, like, am I tripping, or is this actually what it is? Now, if he did something like that, that's something different, but he ain't doing that. He literally talking shit. Like, he has absolute knowledge of everything that happened. He's not here for clarification. He's here to vent, bitch. So that's the difference.
How you feel about it? Knockout. Like, would you want a nigga to come to you that, like, how would you feel if you found out that, like, Anthony was making all these snarky ass comments behind your back? And
I
he
confront
go
him.
to huh?
I would confront him. I don't know. Maybe
So
the way I'm built is probably not that great, but I would confront the shit out of people. Like
Oh,
if
Lord.
I was, especially if like I lived in the house with people, like, oh yeah, you getting pressed. And but like
Press.
the thing about Anthony is that he's not a fight. None of them are fighters. That's the thing. Like they pretty much brought in a crew of
Oh.
guys that are going to yell at you to death, kind of thing. You know, except Gutta. But you don't really see anybody going at Gutta like how
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Because I think
He's
they
so slow to
know.
play with. They know to play with.
Yeah,
They know to play
and
with.
that's the other part to it is like I just think that Anthony is not. He's not. He feels that same way just about with everybody though. He's not gonna try. I don't think anybody in the house really. Even with that
He's a
little
battery in his back when
Yeah.
he is trying to be about that life.
no,
Like throwing the water on Lil Bow Wow when he know that there was about 50 feet of goddamn table
Yeah.
between
exactly.
him and Bow Weezy. Or trying to
Or-
take his swings when he know it's already somebody on the ass of his opponent, or it's like it's already or because see that first fight in the house was a whole key to me because baby, when Anthony thought Natalie was gonna leave that house without conflict resolution taking place, baby, Anthony ass turned white real quick as well, honey. Like, oh no, girl, we need to talk, girl. You need to have a sit down in this house before you leave, bitch. Like, girl, these niggas ain't about to be beating up on my motherfucking ass in the middle of the street, bitch. Like, we best to be having some type of a house meeting, girl. Like, he was like looking at Milan on the table, like, girl, is we gonna talk? Girl, is everything gonna be okay in that hour, girl?
Okay, I have a question. All right, so since we're already talking about this, what are the differences in your perspective between a fighter or someone that will fight if they have to and someone that's just not a fighter at all?
Like, what's the difference?
Yeah. From your perspective, like
what's the difference in what way? Like,
as in, like someone be like, okay, they're a fighter, and someone that's like they're fighting only if they have to. What's like a difference that's like, okay, you a fighter, bitch.
So
you a fighter.
Usually,
a fighter.
A fighter are also kind of looking for fights to be in. They're kind of like wear the I'm a fighter bitch, the fighter nigga on their sleeve. So they're kind of like looking for the problem versus somebody who says that they will fight if they have to is somebody who practice more diplomacy, and you don't see that side of them until that's the weapon that of choice that needs to be there. Like until they have to go there, then they gonna show up, but they try to be grown about it before it escalates to that. So that's my observations.
Okay, so I'm not a fighter then. I'm just a fighter if you have to, bitch. I'm trying to be grown now, bitch.
I think most people are because like when it comes down to it, I think most people don't want to fight. You know, like that overwhelming feeling that people get kind of like, all right, I'd rather just like take the fuck off or type of shit, like or not fight.
This bottom ass bitch.
But
like, I think most people don't want to fight.
I mean, honestly, I don't. Okay, how many times do you think, like, honestly, that like people will like actually throw hands?
I'm from the South, so fighting was kind of like a part of the culture here. I mean, like,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
see, like my thing is like, okay, I remember after high school one time, there are these two guys, and they were whipping the shit out of like truckloads of people that were pulling up on them and shit, right? Yeah, I'm talking about like they had gotten a fight initially with some like kids at school or whatever, and I remember the two guys were like about that, like that's all they did. They would skip school and shit and like kind of just be waiting to get in a fight with somebody. That's the only reason why they would come to school. So like,
yes, come on,
yeah. So when they did come to school, everybody was like, oh shit, like okay, so who are you fighting and where at? So what this day, like we got out early and I was like, shit, I'm gonna go see what's up. So I see these dudes and they're whipping the hell out these. Okay, so the thing is that the people that they were fighting were like really, you know, trying to put out there like, oh yeah, we'll fight, da 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 da. But like when it actually came down to like being in the face of the dude, and they're like, okay, what's up? And they're like, well, da da da, and then they get cracked, and then it's like really on from there, and then you end up on the ground with your head. Okay, look, I'm gonna tell you this: the guy that was acting like he was wanting to fight had ended up with like on the ground, but like his head above the curb, and he had his arms like covered over his head. You know what I mean? And the other guy had saw him like that and came like kind of like jogging and like curb stomped the shit out this guy. And like I'm talking about put his whole face and cranium and shit into the curb and like didn't give a shit. Like his head bounced off the curb like it was a ball or some shit. I was like, Jesus. So yeah, like to me, that's
I've seen people beat people damn near to death. Like I've seen people continue to punch somebody in the face while they are knocked out, laid out on the ground, continue to beat them till blood coming out of their eyes, coming out of their nose, like beat a nigga in like into death, into oblivion.
Yeah. See, to me, that's the difference between a fighter and like somebody who's just fighting. Like even like when it comes to say like jail, like when you go to jail, I feel like them niggas in there are fighters versus you're just probably fighting for your life.
And you fight, look, if your virginity on the line as a straight man, if your anal virginity on the line as a straight man, I think it's gonna bring out the fighter in any nigga.
But that's no bullshit because they said, okay, I remember there was a Texas prison story about this dude that had like a one-hitter quitter and would like try to proposition you, and if you would be like, man, hell no, he would just oop, and then like knock you out, and you know that's it. Like you didn't have shit else to do from. But he was like a big dude, and it was like, you know, waiting on you to say no, so he could just like knock you out. And then
Young Pharaoh baby mama said that when Young Pharaoh swung, her astral body was dislodged from her physical body, and she lost all sense of time and space.
But look, that's the thing.
What
is
happened
like,
in between getting hit and getting up? Like everything was like all the memory on the hard drive was discontinued at that point.
Conscious, I've been hit so hard before that like all I heard was just like that ding, like you know, I just ding, and you're like, damn, and like you didn't even feel nothing.
Ringing in the ears and stars around the motherfucking head, seeing the solar system and shit. Oh, there's Mars.
Yeah, I've been
looks mighty close.
Shit.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling. That'll make you want to stop fighting.
Oh my god.
Like the way that Young Pharaoh's baby, like the way that that Young Pharaoh's baby mama described being unconscious, it's like she was almost impressed by the level of unconsciousness she achieved. Like, I couldn't even deal with the way she was telling, like the way she was articulating that shit. I was like, let me turn this shit out, girl, because I'm not with y'all today. Like I'm just not going.
But see, that's
so. I bet she was high as hell for real.
Look how you know he is, and then look how small she is. Or you said his first baby mama or Golden.
No, the first baby mama who got the son.
Even her. She's not as big as him, obviously. So it's like it's not even fair. You know what I mean? If he's like punching another man, then another man might be able to like to absorb that punch.
She kind of she on the husky.
I know she's like bigger,
yeah, like she on the husky side,
but she's like, not. She's still not.
The first time I saw her, I thought about Queen Latifah from Set It Off. Like that's who she reminded me of.
And, oh my God, Conscious! I've been crushing on this Queen Latifah type. Oh my God, I have to tell you off the phone, but it's like I don't know why, because I was like,
add me to the call.
Why am I so attracted to her? You know what I'm saying? And she's like I'm like, God damn, she's fine every time I see her, and she's like. You know, bigger, but like fine, big. You know what I mean?
Like as in like obese, or like you mean like as in
like just big. Like a bigger woman. Like she's probably like 6'1" or some shit like that. And like
she's tall.
Yeah, like she's tall and she's like imagine like a Samoan or like a Polynesian woman built like
they strong.
Like thick, thick, like yeah. And I'm like,
a Russian woman.
Huh?
Like a Russian woman, like,
but she's light skinned. She's like a light skinned black. Well, not even light skinned. She's like kind of like my complexion.
She's got like a Are you describing like a masculine build? Is what you?
No,
trying to-
like not masculine. She's just a big woman. Like she's like imagine like an Amazonian, I guess, kind of like type of woman.
She's
Maybe.
tall.
Okay.
They got some size to her.
Got it.
Yeah, but she's
Bigfoot.
just fine. She got real pretty face, like super pretty face. So I'm like, wow,
A pretty Bigfoot.
And I mean, way bigger than me. But I would be like, I would marry her.
Well, damn, knock out marry. Like, how you jump to marriage? You would marry her? I marry her. Why would you marry her?
Have some tall kids, some tall babies. I wouldn't mind having a tall Lisa Leslie.
Now that would really suck if y'all actually do have kids and they all get your height. That would suck, wouldn't it? You'd be like, damn.
No, I mean, like she's so much taller than me that there's no way that they wouldn't be taller than me at least by a little bit. Because I mean, the genes would probably flow through her like crazy. But
so you are hella attracted to her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so like on the verge of like,
man. A lot of tall women have difficulty like dating. So if you interested in her, I'm sure she would be like very interested in like.
I might fuck around and be like, hey, look, let me take your ass to Papados and let's have some swamp things and talk about this height.
That's better no chase, because if you can't take a big tall 6'5" bitch to better no chase, then where can you take?
Where the hell can you go?
Shit.
Where can you take her?
I'll
shoot your shot. Short niggas love tall women. Like people love.
I don't know what. And like that's like, the thing. I'm like
through your height.
I'm 5'9", 5'10", like legit.
Be like, pick me up.
But I mean, but that's the thing. Reckless is like I'm strong though. Like I'm strong as hell. So it's like I could probably pick her ass. I know I could pick her ass up. But like the thing is that.
Okay, so you can possibly pick. This has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with the damn review.
Oh my bad.
Right, okay, so we know you can pick her up, but can you hold her? That's the thing.
Do we need to drop the link to see if anybody want to come up?
I'm down.
Okay, I'm gonna drop the link if y'all want to come up. I'll continue.
Let's talk about the review.
Oh yeah, let's. So yeah, okay. So what scene were we looking at again?
No, like like what y'all were talking about, like just
yeah.
The
people that when they come up, we're gonna talk about the actual review. But,
okay, but yeah, man, I don't know. I was just like, God damn, you fine.
Shoot your shot. She probably looking at you thinking the same thing, like, damn, he fine.
You want to talk about googly eyes? I was looking at her yesterday. I was like, man, shit, you fine. Like, I just want to. You ain't married, huh? You ain't got a husband. Let me take your ass out. Would he mind if I take you out?
You got a picture of her? I'm curious to know how she look.
See, that's the thing. Is
like,
like,
add me to the call in the group chat. Thank you.
I'm gonna have to like take a selfie with her so that way y'all can get a sense of like how. Okay, like, have you ever seen Shaq and one of his girlfriends? It would kind of be
him and Shawnee standing side by side.
Yeah, it would be something close.
Damn,
to that.
So you look like Lil Kim next to her.
yeah.
Look at this joint.
But I would be slaying the giant.
Oh, that's that masculinity in you. It's that conqueror. It's that need to conquer.
They would be like, well, why are you seeing that guy? He's so small. Shit.
To dominate, to overtake that, to validate the masculinity. Like, I could bring all that down to size.
Oh yeah. No,
that is freaking hilarious. You should shoot. How y'all feel about it? Shouldn't knock out, shoot his shot. I think you shoot your shot.
Look, Alexa said, do I gotta put my wig on to call in? Yep.
No, you do not have to cam up.
What do you
mean? You gotta cam up. You know, you cam down. Hell, look at that cow. Shit, he ain't even cammed up.
Yeah,
he was originally cammed up.
Speaking of that, I created a Blog Talk number, but I don't know how to use Blog Talk, so I'm gonna have to do like a testing one day so I can test my call in. Or I might need to get you to show me what you do for your call in, because you got a good call in situation set up.
I was gonna say, dude,
I don't know like what yours look like though. Like if you can see the calls in queue, if you can like three-way people in, or if you I don't know how it works.
Your line would be way busier than mine because people call in, but like my thing is like the way I do it is I'll just wait for the number. But see, that's the thing, it doesn't put like a call in waiting or anything. It's like one at a time. So
okay, yeah. See, that's why I hit it with Blog Talk, because it gives you the whole
queue,
all the numbers and everything. Yeah, you can like skip through and see or whatever. It's like very controllable.
But see, I don't like to be putting people on like, okay, well, you got 1 minute to talk because I don't like doing that.
Yeah,
but people do.
Well, give them 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I mean, I've seen some people, caller, are you on the line? Caller, can you hear me? Caller, can you? And it's like, nah, man, just just like have them call in, and then like that way it's a good phone call and it's not a queue and somebody's coming through and then this person might be yelling over this, but like nah. And then at that point, I think you need moderators too, like because the way I had learned about it. And it was this bigger YouTuber had a Discord, and the people would hit the Discord, and then the moderators in the Discord would like put them in the queue for the phone call, and it kind of like in a way they would get screened in a way, and then like be waiting their turn. But it was like one of them like million subscriber type of
for sure. Well, it don't look like anybody's going to hit the link, and we have complete our review. Is there anything that y'all want to get into before we get out of here? Oh, wow.
Reckless, you look like you got some tea.
Not some tea.
Actually, I have another video I'm going to be doing. So if you guys want to come there, I will be doing that.
Now
it's going to be at 1 though.
Can we talk about briefly Armand, Storm, and
oh no, it's not gonna be the brief. We need to end this live. We need to end this live and just come back because that ain't nothing brief. We could do that. Like,
somebody asked, is Kerrion still in jail? I guess that's a good question.
Of course, he has his next hearing on the 21st, which should be.
Oh, that's right. It's not even the 21st. Yeah, that's right.
Which should be Thursday. It'll be Thursday. He'll be having. So he might. Who knows how Thursday goes? So he might be getting out over the week. He might be out by the weekend, maybe. So
So
look, Alexa J, she likes to call. Yeah, Conscious. I'll just
hit the link.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the meantime, I will tell you how I do my thing because people seem to like. She said drop the link too. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. I thought she was saying that like she'd rather call in than hit the link or something.
So Nature Boy. Anybody who's gonna hit the link better hit it before we get up out of here.
Nature Boy, that's gonna be a whole live in itself as well.
The video I will be doing, I will be doing
about the Armand and Storm thing too, ironically. Oh yeah, then they're talking about like the whole picture going around of Dwayne Wade and Zaya, his trans daughter.
Okay. Is that Zaya with the that's in a relationship now? Is that
yeah? She's in an interracial relationship. She got the swirl going on, honey. She done divested already, bitch. She ain't even wait, honey. She got the hell on.
Like I'm sick of these niggas.
She put some cream on her cracker, honey.
Now Dwayne Wade is a fucking millionaire a million times over. He's not. I'm sure he's not. But that's like Magic Johnson, saying, "Oh, well, Magic Johnson should have." Like he loves his son. Like at the end of the day, these are still very much fathers. You know what I mean? So like, why would you?
And people
I don't know. I just don't.
And people only complaining because it's of the LGBT orientation. If Zaya was living as a young boy and had a girlfriend, like it would be nothing being said about nothing.
No, but
don't worry, guys. I'm gonna get straight into that.
All because it's trans and there's that LGBT element. It's like, oh, the kids shouldn't be dating. Please, plenty of y'all 16-year-olds are dating. Plenty of y'all 13-year-olds are dating. Plenty of y'all 14-year-olds have boyfriend, girlfriends. Like, stop it.
Somebody told me the other day that their parents were like in their 40s, and I was like, how the fuck are you in your mid-20s and your parents are in their 40s?
Because they was fucking
like, yeah, and I was like, that's crazy as fuck. I was like, my parents are 20 years older than yours. How? Well, yeah, no. I was like, yeah, your parents were like, had you in there 15 or some shit like that. It's crazy. But I mean, it's
a lot of teen pregnancies.
But you know what? I'm gonna save for my video because this shit have me fucking going crazy. When it comes to this whole
well, do you want to do a show a knockout? I mean, I can sit. I mean, I got some juice we can get into some converse. We can get into some things.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Because
Wait,
I'm a
about
man
what?
now, so these are my work hours anyway. Because I don't.
Wait, about what?
Well, he Knockout mentioned the Storm and Armand thing, and now he's also mentioning like the Zaya Wade shit too. So I mean,
well, for one, for me, I already have a setup for Zaya Wade, so I was planning on doing that on my platform regardless.
Oh, okay. Well, so on yours.
Well, if you want to come, if y'all want to have the conversation, like we can have the conversation.
We can.
So well, a Knockout. He's like he said he got a show at 1. So what you want to do, Knockout?
So y'all want to go over to my platform? We can do that.
No, I'm saying it don't matter where we do it. I mean, if
because I had a late night show scheduled anyway. So if y'all
what you about to speak about that one
what the topic is gonna be?
No, a reckless.
Okay, my topic is Zaya Wade.
Okay, but
okay,
what time are you going
live? Mind us coming over there and joining you then?
Yeah, y'all go.
What time are you gonna go live?
He's
it's
going
gonna be at 1.
So that's in like 20 minutes. Well, I think it's 12 your time.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then okay, I got you.
But you got a show scheduled too, right?
Yeah, like 12:45 though.
12:45. So,
but I can push
so
mine till tomorrow.
Do?
I can push mine till tomorrow.
Well, Joshua was saying for us to have our to have the subject here. It is a relevant topic to this. I'm gonna talk about it anyway. But I mean, since Reckless already got it scheduled, I mean, you might as well
do it on Reckless.
Yeah, man. I mean, because I'm gonna talk about it on mine regardless.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be it's a regardless anyway. So either Reckless can go do what he gonna do, and we can just stay here and do a show, or we can go
this all could be in the review live.
Or we could go over the Recklesses. What y'all want to do? Do y'all want to go over to Recklesses and we join him over there to talk about Zaya and Wade, or do y'all want to get into Armand and Storm over here, or get into the Zaya Wade thing here? Like, what y'all want to do?
Here, put in the poll, Conscious, in your chat.
Well, we obviously merging the shows. We just don't know what environment we want to have the show in. We're trying to figure out which side of town we're going to tonight. We definitely know we're going to a bar. Where is it? Uptown, downtown? Like, what we doing?
He said no call-ins, stay.
No call-ins. Why no call-ins? Call-ins make the show good.
I want to stay here.
They want to stay here. Rhonda say no call. Sherry says stay. We gonna let the audience sound off.
Sound off.
Oh, honey, what y'all want to
do? A poll.
Big Mama say stay here. All caps.
Nope.
They so lazy, child. They just don't feel like waiting for a notification somewhere else or all that. They just rather just
Storm and Armand. Look, they want you to get into Storm because Storm put out that video.
Wanda said Storm and Armand. Joshua says stay here for 500. Alex. I guess stay since we already see lazy. Stay because we already here up here. Well, what you want to do, Reckless? Because you can push your shit back too. I just stay here since you're gonna do it anyway, and I'm gonna do it anyway.
It don't fucking matter to me because the thing is that bitch, I'm still trying to push out content so when people do go to my stuff, they have something to watch.
Well, you're gonna do it anyway. It's the point. We're doing it anyway.
Let's do it. Let's do the Zaire conversation on Recklesses, and let's do the Storm on yours. Storm and Armand.
I mean that we're gonna be working all night.
I'm down.
Okay, fine. All right, fine then. Fine. Okay.
Look, Reckless. Look, you gonna be up.
I gotta go to work in the morning.
Right, like he gotta work in the morning, so it's like an either or thing.
Oh my god, I gotta urinate. You got that just made me weak.
You just said that made me weak.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, shit, I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna have well, I mean, it depends.
Keep in mind, I probably won't go to sleep till like 4 or 5.
Exactly.
Yeah, like they're gonna be up anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up anyway. Which side I come up with the thumbnails and stuff? Because girl.
And all that we said, we still ain't said shit.
Oh Lord.
So somebody needs to make an executive decision now. I curated this show. I don't feel like being the boss no more. So y'all, somebody got to take charge.
Well, Reckless,
I don't
since you're
feel
gonna go
like
live
being
in
Milan
15,
no more.
let's go on Reckless in 15 minutes, and then Reckless, how long are you gonna go live?
Well, keep in mind, I like to keep mine like an hour, around an hour max. I try to stay around there because I want people to watch the full.
Right. But okay,
so
so
all that dropping the link, we can, but
I mean, well, let's do your platform then in 15, and then after I'll do like an after show after yours for anybody that's
show.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the plan, man.
So we're not gonna come back here and do the Armand and Storm, right? We're not doing that.
I mean, unless you want, if you're gonna be up for it, I mean, you sound like you want to do it like next time type of thing. You want to get set up and like actually have like a live.
It's either or. Like I'm cool. Well, we are gonna migrate over to Reckless's channel for the Desired Weight dialogue. You guys make sure that you are subscribed to Reckless. That's Logic with 2 C's on the end. So type that into, if you're not subscribed, type that into your search bar, subscribe, hit notification bell so that you guys can get the notification. And I'm going to share it out on my community wall as well.
And keep in mind too, I'm a little bit more ratchet over there. So we welcome all.
A little bit more ratchet, ain't like this is Ratchet City here. It ain't like if anything, you a little less ratchet over there. Like,
bitch. Wait, who called me?
Okay, so let's end this live. This was episode 5 of Bad Boys Review. My wonderful panel came through, shut it down, Reckless Live, subscribe, Knockout Media. You guys know to subscribe. You got a backup channel too, a Knockout. Like, what's your backup channel?
Ooh, it's KOM Growth Channel. I am going to be uploading really anything, clips and anything from my radio shows, my morning shows, my afternoon shows, my late night shows. Any clips like highlights and stuff like that will go to there. And I'm actually thinking about like anytime there's a like we have a highlight from even CTV show that just might become the I hate this, but the church sector highlight channel in a way. Reckless is gonna be in there too. Damn it, everybody gonna be in there. So we all everything will be more so like a combination of everybody just in the shorts. So if you don't want to catch a 3 or 4 or 5 hour long live, we can just put it over there.
What I want, if that's gonna take away from my click and view, then like y'all better still click and view it any damn way, and not just be relying on no damn 30-second snippet.
And that's right.
But yeah, I like that idea though. That's cute. Okay, well let's get out of here. So we are going to migrate over. I guess I'll send you the link, Knockout.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there and everything. So okay. Well, this signing off, you guys. Episode 5. We'll be back next Tuesday for episode 6, baby. More knuckle sandwiches in store for people, child. So get it how they live. Zeus, you need to cut the panel a check, boo. We cut the panel a check. Well, we out, you guys. Peace.
Deuces.